Okay, happy Monday, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us today. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully everyone's doing well out there. Excuse me, we did need to do a microphone check. Microphone check 1, 2, 3. How we doing? I can't hear a thing. Hold on a second. Okay, it works. This stupid speaker. That stupid speaker. I got it. Yeah, my Bluetooth speaker is not Bluetoothing, so I need to get rid of it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Let's get them shouts out of the way. Cody Hernandez, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Operation Katana, welcome. Good to see you. You made 22.1 mil. Congratulations. That's a good haul, man. That's some good money grinding. Pen Lapadai, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Nurse Nerd Gamer, hello. How's it going? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us. Young Ruler, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. And thank you. I got that pinned. Thanks so much for typing it. Stuart Laker, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Cellcraft, hello, sir. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, brother. How are you, man? Everybody out there, Cellcraft is a fellow content creator. He's part of the Odd Fam. If you guys haven't done so, you know what to do. Please go to his YouTube channel, check him out, show him some love. Always support the Odd Fam. Cellcraft, good to see you, brother, as always. Thanks for taking time out to join us today, man. Cellcraft, since you're a mod here, if you would like to post a link to your YouTube channel in chat, you may do so. And again, Pen Lapadari, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Neil Hurricane, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Spider Log, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Steve Old School, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Thanks for stopping by today, man. Morris, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Streamlabs, don't be cheating today, bro. I got my eyes on you. I'm watching you, Streamlabs. Guitar Guy 80, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Everybody out there, Guitar Guy 80 is a fellow content creator. He's part of the Odd Fam. You guys know how we do it. Go to his YouTube channel, blow him up with an orbital cannon, show that man some love. You know what you got to do. Always support the Odd Fam. Guitar Guy 80, good to see you as always, man. Who else do we have out there? Buckle up, let's go. What's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Excuse me. Thanks for joining us, man. How are you today? Everybody, Buckle Up, Let's Go is also a fellow content creator. If you haven't done so, let me rinse and repeat. Go to his YouTube channel, blow him up with a Mark II oppressor, show that man some love. Always support the Odd Fam, people. Buckle up, let's go. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Neil Hurricane. We have the no calorie, no fructose corn syrup diet powdered water. Yes, we have it. We're good to go. Okay, who am I missing out there? Pennywise, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's put that on mute. Put that in the background. That's what she said. All right, put that back. Who else do we have out there? Cellcraft says, I'm a little tired and cranky tonight, so I have an itchy trigger finger for FAFO nonsense. Surprisingly, we've had a couple of FAFOs during the No Man's Sky streams. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. Doc Intel, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Alejandro, what's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. Ah, so it was your network card, was it? Okay. I recommend check LinkSys. Unless you're already running a LinkSys card, try going with LinkSys. But I think the best way to solve that problem, we can transition. We can transition. Let's bring up OBS. I think the best way to solve that problem with your Wi-Fi is to switch from Wi-Fi. If at all possible, get yourself a solid Ethernet cable, and that'll clear that problem right up. I know some people can't run Ethernet, but you know, because I stream, I got to have Ethernet on my system. Okay, so if anybody out there is new, thank you guys so much for joining us. I am Oddman105, aka the Odd One. This is a regularly scheduled Monday live stream of some No Man's Sky shenanigans. We're going back on the ugly AF Sentinel ship hunt. Now, we are still on the expedition save on my GOG account, so this is a normal account, which means that it's going to take us a little longer to find the ships that we want because of all of the additional steps. But we'll get there. There are some things we can do to mitigate it, but we'll get there. We'll do it. So if you guys haven't done so, please hit the like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Also, for anybody who's new, please take a second, read and follow the channel rules. Very important. FAFO University is in full effect today. Hopefully I don't have to restart this. So Katana says my router and modem is in the same living room, sadly. I can't move it elsewhere. So, Operation Katana, have you considered using what's called a Powerline Ethernet adapter? And it's exactly what it sounds like. Basically, it's an Ethernet adapter that plugs into your home outlet, your home electrical outlet. And basically, it uses your home's wiring as basically as the network. It does. It basically uses your home wiring as like an Ethernet cable. In other words, bandwidth is kind of limited, but it does work. You may want to consider that. So basically, you'd be plugging each one of these adapters into your home outlet, provided they're not too far away. And you simply plug your PC into one end of it, you plug your router into the other end. So that might work for you. Depending on how old your home's electrical wiring is, it might work for you. That's another option. Mac Mops, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So it looks like Hello Games released another update because I got some stuttering here. Yeah, we got some disgusting frame rate stuttering going on. Yeah, this happens every time there's an update. I wish I would have known about that beforehand. Alejandro Santana, good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. Welcome. Yeah, we got some frame rate stuttering. That's because apparently there was an update, a new update for No Man's Sky. That happens every time. Okay. So Stuart Laker says, Oddman, did you see Sony announcement on movie removal for 500 digital movies here in the UK? I saw that. And that is complete and total BS right there. I didn't have a chance to read the entire article, but apparently, and this is the problem. This is the problem when you buy digital media. Okay, it's not just Sony, but it's also Sony PlayStation, because you have to understand some people bought those movies on their PlayStation. So Sony is actually going to take those movies from your account, even after you've paid for them, which is complete and total BS. That's fraud, man. That is absolute fraud. Sony tried this crap a few years ago with Discovery Channel content, and there was a massive backlash. There was massive backlash, and they had to walk it back. Let's see what they do this time. And this is exactly why I didn't buy a PlayStation 5. Sony is full of BS, man. Anyways, ladies and gents, Pen Lapidary, that is correct. That's correct, and I'll be posting a video, if not tonight, probably tomorrow on it. Yeah, Cellcraft. I think Sony's going to have a class action lawsuit. And this is one of the reasons why I tell people, do not buy digital media if you can help it. We're not even talking about games. We're talking about movies here. That's ridiculous. What the... Hold on a second. What is this? Skip. YouTube, get that sus ad off my screen. I don't want to see that. All right, so, ladies and gents, when we last left off, we found this Sentinel ship right here. This is where we last ended the stream. Okay, this is a medium Sentinel fighter. It's a C class, but this is a medium Sentinel fighter. Mint green. This thing is mint green and black. Medium wings, double-bladed wings. It's got a set of deep vent skirt wings, which actually work on this ship. Tank tread landing gear. And it's got tank treads. It's a hammerhead, but that's okay. And it's, yeah, Cellcraft. And it's got tank treads. Doc Intel says, well, for about the last 4 to 5 of these streams, I've been wrong, but I feel lucky. We'll find at least 3 good-looking ships tonight. I think they're going to be ugly, man. I think they're going to be ugly again. We had some pretty bad luck. This ship is the exception, but we had some pretty bad luck. It was not good. Yeah, this one's got tank treads and wingtip boosters. So this is not too bad. Not too bad at all. This one is a C class. So let's see, where are we and what do we have on us? Okay, we got 2 brains. All right, this is what we're going to do. Let's start the Starship Hunt. And Pen Lapidari says, I heard GTA 6 will not have a physical disc. That's the reporting that I've seen. So far, 3 different news outlets have reported that there will be no physical disc for GTA 6. So apparently, Rockstar support was wrong, but that's not the... Nobody should be surprised by that. Rockstar support is always wrong. Okay, we got to make some supplies here before we go anywhere else. So we got to... excuse me, for fire to do... we got to... You know, we don't have to mass produce... Excuse me, sorry about that. The cough is back. I got to take care of that cough. Yeah, that cough always seems to come around when I play No Man's Sky. So Katana says my upper back feels like... Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully you feel better soon. Yeah, your chronic back pain is a problem. Yeah, Pen, that dang cough is back again. Okay, let's go first person. We got to make some more brains. That'll help facilitate this. Yeah, buckle up, let's go. You guys see nothing. You see absolutely nothing. You see absolutely nothing. Okay, we need to... we got to make a couple of these brains. And this will help expedite finding Sentinel ships. Because this is not a custom save, this is a normal save, so I can't change difficulty settings. Otherwise, I would shift crafting and purchases to free so we could get what we need. But since this is a normal save, we got to kind of do it this way. So Guitar Guy 80 says, ironically, I have a cough as I'm getting rid of a cold. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Wow, I hope you're feeling better. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, Cellcraft, I am super pissed. That's some BS, man. That is some real BS. This is the first GTA game, if you will, that's not releasing a physical copy. And that's some BS. That is some complete and total BS right there. You know, as someone that collects physical media, I was looking forward to actually getting a physical copy of GTA 6. And we discussed that during the previous stream. There are a lot of unknowns with this release, with this November 19th release of GTA 6. For one thing, there was no mention of GTA 6 Online. And my conspiracy theory is that Rockstar Games knowingly omitted GTA 6 online announcements or any notification of GTA 6 because GTA 6 Online will be a separate game. It will be sold separately from GTA 6 single player, and Rockstar Games will more than likely make it. They'll make it a subscription only. My guess is that it'll be locked behind GTA Plus. That's my guess. I think it'll be locked behind GTA Plus. Why else is Rockstar Games giving away a free month of GTA Plus? Rockstar Games is not that generous. If you pre-order GTA 6, you get a free month of GTA Plus. Rockstar Games is never that freaking generous, man. Yeah, Morris, I'm telling you, man, I am super pissed. I am super pissed. No physical disc. Oops. Yeah, no physical disc for GTA 6. Not happy at all. Not happy. But hey, this is what all of the digital script kiddies want, right? That's what they want. Everybody out there that's fine with having digital media, it's all your fault. I'm saying it right now. It's all your fault. Penn says, I won't rush out to buy it. Like I said, as a content creator, I don't have a choice. But I'm not pre-ordering GTA 6 until November. Rockstar has to earn my money. That's complete and total BS, man. It is. You know, as someone that collects physical media, this was a spit in the face to me and a lot of other people out there. Steve Old School says, I'm not buying it, to be honest. Yeah, I hear you. Steve Old School, I hear you. I don't have a choice because I am a content creator for Grand Theft Auto, but that's also why I do No Man's Sky. I do other games. I am just not happy with this decision by Rockstar to not release a physical disc. And this information comes from multiple sources. Now, anything can change between now and November, or even after November. Anything can change. When Rockstar Games decides to release GTA 6 Online, if and whenever they do, it is possible that they release an actual physical copy of GTA 6 with GTA 6 Online as a package. Anything is possible. Deborah, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. How are you today? Cellcraft says, more BS than an industrial cattle ranch. I know, it's a whole bunch of fertilizer, isn't it? It's a bunch of fertilizer. Morris says, GTA 6 will be renting only, will never own. Oh, yeah, exactly. And we might as well be renting it. Okay, so let's see what we got here. This is a C-Class, by the way. So I'm not really expecting much. Glass, brain, pugnium. Put that in ship. Okay, C-Class, nothing special. This could be a good ship. The first supercharged slot here is in this. It's like right here. It's like right here. So we have 72,000 nanites on us. You know what? Forget it. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Let's claim this one and hunt for the next. Okay, we'll leave the red save beacon where it is. Okay, ladies and gents, the Starship hunt officially begins right now. Mary, hello, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. She says, I'm not buying GTA either. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, we've been ranting about GTA 6 for the past 3 live streams. Easily. I'm not happy. I'm really not happy. But unfortunately, as a GTA content creator, I don't have a choice. I do have to buy the game, but I'm not pre-ordering it until November. All right, let's go, people. Let's see what we got. This is a 2-star system, by the way, so I think we'll find more B's and A's than anything else. Although this C-Class could have very good slots on it. It could have very good slots. Let's go. There are going to be some frame rate stutters. There was a recent patch for No Man's Sky. So we're going to have some frame rate stutters until the shader cache catches up. Alright, here we go. That's a pretty cool looking ship. I like this one. I do like this one. Okay, this is another C-Class. What do we have for junk? You can keep your Pugnium. Although, yeah, you can keep your Pugnium. Any crystals around here we can steal? Because we're going to run out of crystals too. We have 9 inverted mirrors. We may have to make some more of those. Excuse me. Let's grab a couple of these. Yeah, that's a living fragment, but let's grab those 2 crystals. Sentinel, bro, I will wreck you. I will totally wreck you, Sentinel. Sentinel, I will throw I will throw an open water bottle at the back of your motherboard. I will wreck your video card. Get out of here, Sentinel. I will totally corrupt your CPU if you don't get out of here, pal. That freaking Sentinel. Yeah, Sentinel's major butt hurt. Get out of here. So Mary says William has a few of this style also. Yeah, William really liked the tank treads. I personally think those are some really unique ships with the tank tread landing gear. Just out of curiosity, do we have any, let's see here, uranium, oh, what's that, ooh, curious deposits, hold it, curious deposits, I think we just beat the game, hold on, this was one of our mission targets today, where's it at, this was a mission target, how many do we have? Okay, so looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's not bad. That's not bad. We got 5 curious deposits. Okay. That is not... I will take it. This is some early game nanites here. So Mary says this is a manta style. Yeah, that's a manta ray style. It's a manta ray style because it doesn't have any dorsal or ventral stabilizers. Okay, so not bad. So Doc Intel... Hey, Streamlabs, stop picking fights. Stop picking fights. Streamlabs is out there picking fights already. Streamlabs hasn't been here for 10 minutes, but it's already picking fights. So Doc Intel says, if we can get rid of that, hold on. Let's see if anyone can answer this for me. I'm on a planet where I'm building a city. I know where the portal is. If I gave you the glyphs right now, you can't come here. Can anyone tell me why? If you gave us the glyphs, are you... Well, first of all, what galaxy are you in? And second of all, are you in a purple star system? It depends on what color star system you're in. Yeah, buckle up, let's go. Which galaxy and which color star system are you in? If you're in a purple star system, the glyphs may be corrupt. Or if you're in a star system where, let's say, for example, we don't have the right hyperspace drive in our ship, whether it's the cadmium, emerald, or indium drives, then the glyphs coordinates will be corrupt. So that might be it. So you're in Euclid. How much you want to bet that you're in like a blue, green, or red star system, or you're perhaps even in a purple star system? Yeah, because if you're in a purple star system, if we haven't completed Interstellar Multitudes story quest, then we won't be able to get there. That's the only thing I can think of, man. Okay, so we just beat the game. We found some curious deposits. It's a small crop of them, but I mean, come on, we've got like one, We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 curious deposits right here. This is nice. This is actually something I was going to do today. Mario, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. This is something that I was going to do today. We were going to hunt for curious deposits, so... Yeah, exactly. Mary, William, please answer the question for us. Okay, what we're going to do is set up a base. We're going to set up a base right here. Let's get rid of this ginormous freaking rock. Let's get rid of this boulder. Get this boulder out of the way. Oh, excuse me, boulders. All right. All right, so let's drop a base computer. Yeah, I was not expecting this. Now, how much you guys want to bet that there are more curious deposits on this planet? I'm willing to bet that there are more curious deposits on this planet. But this is actually a really good start. This is a good start on getting some early game nanites. What is that? Yeah, Morris, Streamlabs is on the Kool-Aid again. Okay, let's set up a base computer. Yeah, that is really good. 5 curious deposits. I'll take it. Yes, please. Oh, there's a cave over there, too. Nice. Okay, let's drop a base computer right here. Noise. You're noising on my noise. This is my first curious deposit patch. Very nice. So, Heather says... Oh, wow, Mary, I'm sorry to hear that. Mary, I'm very sorry to hear. Mary, good to see you, by the way. Or, I'm sorry, Heather. Heather, sorry to hear that. Heather, good to see you. Thanks for joining us, by the way. Heather, I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that. You have my condolences. Wow. Yeah, if I miss somebody out there in chat, it's not being done on purpose. Just sound off again for me. We'll get caught up as quickly as possible. Yeah, but Heather, sending my thoughts and prayers to you. They're with you and your family. You do have my condolences. Okay, let's see. We need to do walls. Hold on. That's like the smallest patch of curious deposits I've ever seen. Okay, so we'll do that. What's the clearance? I mean, I guess we can go at one more. You just got to be careful where you plant these things because you could accidentally delete the curious deposits. So we don't want to do that. All right, let's go at one more just in case. Just in case. Hold it. Oop. 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 And I hope everybody out there is doing well. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Just give me 1 second. What we're doing is setting up a really quick base because we found some curious deposits. Okay. Okay. That's that. Do we have a door? Yes, we do. And we can put the door over here somewhere, but we need to delete. There we go. And we'll put a door like right there, I guess. All right, here we go. So let's make sure the curious deposits are where they're supposed to be. Worst house ever. Worst house ever, I swear. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, they're here. Okay, so Cellcraft says, let's back up a bit. Found the curious deposits with tons of spheres, but couldn't put down a base. Yeah, Cellcraft, I remember you mentioned that during the previous stream. Had to switch to my main to build a base. Ah, so you were able to do it on your main save, but you couldn't do it on any other ones. On the other save. Very interesting. I wonder why that is. So Alejandro Santana says, first time playing No Man's Sky. Which mode is best to start? I want to find a new craft and weird planets and find the black holes in space. Any suggestions? Start off, it depends on how you like to play. You can start off with, you can start off as a normal save, which is what I do. If you've never played No Man's Sky before, a normal save will teach you how to play the game because you'll be going through storied quests. Now, if you're familiar with it, you just want to get out there, find the ships, find the multi-tools, explore, find the planets like the paradise planets and stuff, you can simply set up a creative save. You could just launch a creative save where you have access to anything and everything. Everything's unlocked and there's no grinding. So you can totally play that way if you want. If you want the full No Man's Sky experience with the storied quest, I recommend a normal save. That way the game will teach you how to play. Okay, nice. All right, so we got ourselves a little base here. And this is Curious Deposits. Let's label this first of all because I have no idea what it is. Okay, so we want to call this one 5 Curious Deposit Base. 5. Not BS. Okay, that'll do it. Upload. All right, we're good. Okay, where is my ship? It's over there. Nice. Oh, hold up. Before we go, I know I saw some crystals over here. Yep. Give me that money. Yeah, Heather, wasn't a prefab this time. Wasn't a prefab. No, if and whenever I find curious deposits, I always build a structure around them. Always build a structure around them, and that's because it usually helps prevent other players from just coming in and taking what you've got. Because that seems to be a real problem in No Man's Sky now. Yeah, Penn, exactly. World's smallest base right there. Oh, give me that sodium. Thank you. Or carbon. I'll take all the carbon. Give me that. We're also hunting for resources as well. Since this is a normal save, we're also collecting resources. So, next. Give me all that money. Remember, Radiant Shards convert to 50 nanites apiece. This is a good way to get some early game nanites. Alejandro Santana, no problem, brother. No problem at all, man. And again, if there's something I don't know, there's somebody out there in chat that will know it. They'll have an answer for you. Let's see. Let's get caught up. So Morris says, I hope we have a major crash in video games. Morris, I kind of think that's happening already. And consider this. Consider this. There is a reason why Xbox is increasing console prices. There's a reason why they're increasing console prices on August 1st. Xbox has a bunch of inventory that they can't sell. They can't sell their consoles. So consider this for a second. GTA 6 releases in November. So how convenient is it for Xbox to all of a sudden increase console prices, or state that they're increasing console prices in August, on August 1st? So basically that gives people about 5 weeks to buy an Xbox console if they want it, to buy an Xbox Series console, that is, if they want to play GTA 6. How convenient is that? Because Xbox is arguably the worst selling console of the big three. Think about that for a second. So it's all convenient. Okay, Ben Lapidari, we'll see you next time. Take care. God bless to you. We'll see you next time. Cellcraft says, if you can't buy our expensive game consoles, we'll just increase the price. As a professional accountant, that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? It's the worst form of FOMO I've ever seen. It is the worst FOMO I've ever seen. And that's what it is. It's FOMO. It's fear of missing out. If you don't buy our console by August 1st, prices are going up by $150. But oh, guess what? But wait, there's more. We have a buy now, pay later program. Yeah, Microsoft Xbox will allow you, they will allow you to finance a freaking game console. You can now finance an Xbox. What the actual French toast is going on here? Also, who is it? Okay, Katana, we'll see you next time. Take care. God bless to you. That's what happens when you read chat and you shoot sentinels at the same time. All right, let's go. Where's the ship? Yeah, so now you can literally finance a game console. That's where we are. In the club. What's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. So what's that? You can finance a PS5 now? Are you freaking serious? Okay. PlayStation 5 prices are going up too. They haven't announced it, but I can almost guarantee you PlayStation 5 prices will go up this year. I can almost guarantee you. All right, let's grab this thing and get out of here. I'm getting pissed, man. I'm really getting upset. You guys just don't know. All right. Aha! Check that out. Same configuration as the last one. Same configuration. I am really curious. I'm really curious to see what the configuration is on this ship. I'm very curious to see what that is. So, In the Club says, I was curious about the cost of a used PS5 Pro and finance was an option. Oh my gosh. Oh my. That's where we are. Not only can you finance a house and finance a car, you can also finance a freaking game console. That's where we are, man. We are slowly being priced out of this hobby. All right, let's compare and claim. All right, nice. So those two ships have the same configuration. Let's get these things up to the space station and check them out. We have a base on this planet, but before we go, let's get a good screenshot. Let's go over to the Curious Deposit Farm, if we can find it. Looks like right there. And let's take a screenshot with this Sentinel ship. Yeah, Doc Intel. Yes, you can also finance a gaming PC. Don't even get me started on that BS. Okay, let's capture a new screenshot. That's actually perfect. Hold on. There we go. Let's do some of that. Perfect. So this tells us what the Sentinel ship is for this system or for this planet. Oh, hold on. Let's leave. Okay, give me a second. I got to log out and log back in. Game is acting kind of funny. So we need to do F8. Let's go F8. I'll be right back. Hold on. Let's pause. Yeah, I got to log out and log right back in. We're getting some stutters. Give me a second. Quit the desktop. Yeah, very strange. Hold on a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, frame rate began to chop up on us. I swear, it's that update. It's got to be that recent update. So give me a second. We're going to hop back in. Let's relaunch. Yeah, it happened right as I uploaded the base. It happened right as I uploaded the base. So yeah, very strange, man. This happens. I swear, this happens every time Hello Games releases an update. Are we good? Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, it happens every time. But that's okay. All we have to do is hop out and hop back in. So that should have fixed the problem. So Morris says, my local GameStop said they're going to finance because they have a hard time selling games. If you miss a payment, they're going to repo your game console. I would love to see them come to my house and say, yeah, we got to repo your game console. Bro, you don't want to do that, son. I can promise you don't want to do that. Okay. My gosh. Can you imagine that? Just think about that for a second. That's crazy. Yeah, it's better now. It happens every time Hello Games releases a new update. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a new update for No Man's Sky, so I think what I'll have to do after the stream is over, later on tonight, we'll probably have to verify the game files again. That usually will clear it up. Okay, what we're going to do is get these two C-class ships up to the station. Curious, I just want to see what the specs, I can't speak. I want to see what the stats are for this ship. Okay, inverted mirror. We need one of those anyway, so yeah. Wrong multi-tool, buddy. There we go. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Get wrecked. Bro, in your face. In your face. Get out of here. Who else wants some? Oh, look. Get wrecked. All right, we got what we need. I just wanted that inverted mirror. We got what we need. Just needed the inverted mirror. Ozzy Bob, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. How are you today? But yeah, I am super pissed. Oh, detected. Oh, get out of here. All right, let's get these, as soon as this swarm abates, let's get up to the space station and check out these ships. Detected by who? Oh, this guy, bro? All right, that's better. Man, the Sentinels get so butthurt when you steal their stuff. So Deborah says, now I need to make about 30 freighters on my refiner. It's funny you should mention that. We should, you know, I don't want to take a live stream to build out a freighter, but we might have to. Because the freighter that I found a couple of weeks ago, Penn says hide in your house. That's not fun. That's not fun. Hiding in the house ain't no fun. You know, when you see a Sentinel, you got to murk it out, right? When you see a Sentinel, you got to murk him out. Look at that ship. Yes, please. I will totally take one of these. Okay, let's, since we have a ship, since we have a base on this planet now, let's get this thing up to the space station and check it out. So Selcraft says current community progress is 69. Beavis and Butthead would have a field day. I know, right? 69%. Nice. Okay, yeah, we're getting some bad frame rates because apparently Hello Games pushed an update. They pushed a patch that happens every time. There's a new patch or some kind of a bug fix or something with No Man's Sky. But it's okay. Dr. Glock, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. How are you today? Doc Incel says the largest of my curious deposits is 24. I found one with 26. That's at a base. It's at a base in the Eisentam Galaxy. But I found one with 26, but that's on a completely different save. Yeah, I'm actually really happy I found those curious deposits there. That's a nice small little deposit. So that's another good way to get some nanites. Yeah, frame rates are stuttering because, again, Hello Games pushed an update. So it's going to be choppy for a bit until the shader cache reloads. Okay, so we do have... How much of each resource do we have? Hold on. Let's swap ships. Because we're going to run a bit of an experiment. Let's get the daily driver out here. We have, let's grab a stack. Let's grab a stack of these. Let's grab a stack of these. We have enough nanites to upgrade to at least an A class. This will give us an idea of what the next ship is. Or what the stats are for the next ship, that is. Okay, now both these ships are C-class with the same specs, I believe. So let's see here. Yep. Supercharged slots in the same spot. The only difference is the actual available tech spots. So let's check it out. Let's see what it is. So Buckle Up Let's Go says, oh, lovely. I see now it's 6.45.1. Yep. And that's why the frame rates are really choppy right now. So Heather says I do only 1 or 2 dailies because I'm burned out. I don't really do the dailies right now. Yeah, Deborah, I believe Xbox finally published the update. That is an ugly multi-tool color. I'll tell you what, you'll never lose this one. You'll never forget where you put that multi-tool. That thing is loud. That's a loud looking multi-tool. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do is test. Before making any sort of a restore point, let's see what we have here. Because we have the nanites to upgrade it to at least an A class. Let's apply some augments so that we can check the spots. So let's do that. And we'll revert back once we're finished checking this thing out. Okay, next. Upgrade. 25. Okay, I think we can only go as far as an A class right now, so no. This is a whole lot of nope. That's a whole lot of nope. So In the Club said, is that a Vault Tech gun? It looks like one, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly. Fallout 76 colors. Yep, that's the... No. Sorry. Good-looking ship. Terrible slots. Okay, revert. Reload restore point. Let's check out the other ship and see if it's just as bad. And if they suck, we'll just scrap them and move on. So Doc Intel says, I'll be right back. I'll let you know what galaxy and planet. Okay. Moore says, they're not selling TVs anymore. They're selling a service like all the apps. That's why a lot of TVs are becoming more cheaper. They lose money on selling the TVs, but make more money on the apps. They do on streaming services. That's right. But see, what they fail to realize is that because guess what? These are all smart TVs now. You can connect your TV to Wi-Fi, or you can link it to your internet, and you can watch as much free YouTube as you want. Free YouTube and Twitch. Believe it or not, I don't watch a great deal of TV anymore. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. And that's largely because, first of all, there's nothing good on TV anyway. And second of all, the same crap that's on TV, in about a year or two, it'll be on YouTube anyway. It'll be on YouTube. Okay, so that one, we just did that one. Okay, this is the one we want. All right. Let's go upgrade this one. Yeah, Deborah, exactly. Ship was born pretty but didn't study in school. Isn't that what the Three Stooges said? She was bred in old Kentucky, but she's just a crumb up here. Okay, here we go. So Ozzy Bob says, odd sounds epic on the new speakers. Nice. Yeah, speaking of which, I still haven't replaced my TV that broke almost a year ago. That TV's been broken since October. It's still sitting on my TV stand broken. I haven't replaced it yet. Don't ask me why. Just don't ask me why. I have no idea why I haven't replaced it. I just haven't gotten around to it. So, excuse me, Mary says I haven't watched regular TV in about 10 years. Yeah, it's been longer for me. There's just nothing on regular TV anymore. Nothing good, at least anyways. All of the old TV shows that I used to watch back in like the 70s and 80s and even the 90s, if there was a good TV series out there that I liked, guess what? I bought the freaking... we don't have the augments. Hold on. If there was a good TV series out there, then I bought the DVD series. I bought the series. I didn't stream it. I bought it. So, I mean, that's where I am. If it's a good series, I'll buy it. I'm not going to waste money monthly streaming a series that I can just pay money, buy it one time. Yeah, Penn, it's because I don't like spending money. No, it's because I forgot. I'm serious. It's because I forgot to replace it. The thing is still sitting here. I walk into my office like, I got to replace that TV. I'll get around to it. That was 8 months ago. That was 8 months ago. Okay, we got to get some augments because I forgot to pull those. So let's see. Where is the other ship? Yeah, that was totally 8 months ago. Daily driver. We need a stack. Give me a stack of that. Thank you. All right, switch back. I was about to say that this is a good-looking ship, but I know there's like one person out there that's going to like this hot rod. Okay, so this is a hot rod fighter, red and white. Red and white. Oh, almost America. Almost America. Oh, cheeseburgers. Sausage pepperoni pizza. Oh, Wagyu steak. Oh, Statue of Liberty. Free t-shirts. America. I'm kidding. This thing has a dorsal, triple thrusters, and E-wings. So this is an E-wing hot rod fighter. The E-wings and the dorsal ruin it. But if you guys like this style of ship, glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Yeah, Ozzy Bob, cockpit good, the rest, meh. Yeah, Mary says next. Yeah, that's a whole lot of next. Okay, let's bring the other ship out here. We are officially on the Starship Hunt. We're just checking out the stats on these ships. So, okay, that's the one we want. New restore points. Yeah, exactly. Red, buckle up, let's go. I was just thinking about that. Red hot chili fighter, yeah. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Oh my God, don't start, chat. Just don't start with me today, chat. Don't start with me today, chat. We don't need any more of these song memes in our head today. We don't need any more. No more tunes in our head today. No more. Don't start with me today. Okay, let's see. We want to upgrade. Augments. What's funny is that if you guys haven't seen it, you got to watch the Weird Al Yankovic parody of that song. You got to watch that. Yabba dabba 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 do now. Oh my God. You got to watch that video. You got to watch the Weird Al parody. It is stupid funny. Hey, Guitar Guy 80, don't do it. Just don't do it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Mac Mop says, go Bird. Don't do it. just don't do it. Okay, so we got to upgrade class. Just don't do it. Oh my God. Yeah, but I'm serious. If you haven't seen it, watch the Weird Al Yankovic parody. Watch the parody. Yeah, Deborah, Weird Al is a nut. That dude is a complete and total nut. What's funny, the funny thing about Weird Al is that he hasn't changed much since the 80s. He literally looks the same now as he did back in the 80s. He looks the same. He hasn't changed much at all. Upgrade. What's that Heather says? I started it. Not my fault. Okay, upgrade class. What do we got here? Okay, so it's an A class. Let's see. Same stats. It's exactly the same. No different. Both of these ships are a scrapper. They're both a scrapper, so let's scrap them. Reload. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to have to go. Look at Heather. Bird, bird, bird. Sun, sun, sun. Oh, my God. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Ozzy Bob says the Weird movie was awesome. It was. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. Yeah, Weird Al. I like the movie he did. How many people remember that movie UHF that he did back in? He did it back in the 80s. That movie UHF. That movie was hilarious. Yeah, Hollywood can't make movies like that anymore. Okay. Here we go. Okay, these ships are scrappers, so let's scrap them. Okay. Okay, I will take that inverted mirror. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. We'll take that. We'll take that inverted mirror. Sure, I will totally take that. Sure. Yes, please. Thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah, buckle up. Let's go. Eat it. Eat it. Get yourself an egg and beat it. Oh my God, dude. What the funny thing behind the Weird Al parodies of Michael Jackson music is that Michael Jackson loved it. Michael Jackson absolutely loved it. So what's that? So Doc Intel says, I still love Amish Paradise. Amish Paradise was funny. That one was funny. Okay, so we need to... Yeah, so Ozzy Bob says, why do I have an ad for, what is that? Spatula City playing in my head now. Okay, we need to begin salvage. Let's scrap these ships. Okay, scrap for 16. Yes, please. All right, get the other one out here. It's a shame, too. Nice looking ship, man. Terrible stats. So we know that the C classes of these ships... we know the C classes have terrible stats. At least the two that I found, anyway. Okay. Next. Cellcraft says Fat was another hilarious one. That one was good. Fat was good. If you see me coming your way, then won't you feed my face? Oh my God, bro! I miss the 80s, man. I freaking miss the 80s. Somebody bring back the 80s, please. So Deborah says, now UHF is a classic with the following. If I find UHF on DVD, I'm buying it. If I find it on DVD, I'm totally going to buy it. Okay, so we need to begin salvage. 16, yes please. All right, there we go. All right, let's sell this stuff. So we want to sell. We need to put those in the freighter because those are used for freighter fuel. There we go. Compressed indium. Subatomic regulators. We'll keep the quad servos just in case. And nano cables. Alright, nice. We getting these C-class upgrades? Yes, we did. We got 2. Perfect. Oh, we got 2 crystallized hearts from beating up on sentinels. Nice. Now we got what we need. We can actually use those. Let's get the daily driver out here. Thank you. Let's put these back. Put those back. Put that there. Put this in ship. And we'll sell those. Perfect. Let's go. Hold on. That's uranium. And that's copper. Refine that. Get rid of the copper. So Heather says, I think I want a VCR again. I have a I have a working VCR that I bought back in 1994. You can't kill that thing. You cannot kill that thing. I bought a Sony 4-head stereo VCR. What is that? Pennywise. I can't speak. Pennywise. Pennywise, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Pennywise says, I have a question. When GTA 6 Online comes out, do you think we might have to buy a separate copy? Or will it be added? Will it be an add-on? I am hoping that it will be a package deal with GTA 6. So if we buy GTA 6, at least on pre-order, then we should get GTA 6 Online for free. Now, my conspiracy theory is that not only will GTA 6 Online be a separate game that'll have to be purchased separately, I also think that it will be locked behind GTA Plus. So it may be subscription-based. It might be a subscription-based thing. And I think that's where I think that's where Rockstar is going with it. I think that's what's going to happen. And if they do, it's going to piss me off. All right, sell that. Nice. All right, we're good. Okay, that's a pretty decent looking shuttle. That's not too bad. A compact shuttle, kind of, sort of. At least it's all one color. And it's it's an A-class too. And it's an A-class. Okay. At least it's all one color, right? That's not bad. Okay, we're done here. Let's make a new restore point. Hold on. Let's go back to the freighter. We got to drop some stuff off. Yeah, so Pennywise, that's kind of what I think this is going to happen. Hopefully not. I am hopeful that GTA 6 is an add-on. For GTA 6 Online, that is an add-on for GTA 6. So if we at least pre-order it before November 19th, we should get GTA 6 Online for free. All right, we got to go back to the freighter. We got to drop some stuff off. We are officially on the Starship hunt. Anzu Bob says, wow, I typed Al song and it came out movie. Buckle Let's Go says, loved my 80s. My first concert was Poison opening for David Lee Roth. This was David Lee Roth after he left Van Halen, right? Guitar Guy 80 says, Heather, I have a VCR DVD machine. It still works. Yeah, I have a like I said, I bought a Sony VCR, excuse me, in 1994. A Sony VCR stereo. It still works. It still freaking works. You can't kill that thing. You cannot kill it. You can't kill it. It still works. I also... None of my storm crystals are here. What the crap, dude? First of all, put this in freighter and put this in freighter. Nice. That's what I need to do. We won't be able to go far in the freighter, so let's take the ship. I also, back in 2005, I'm sorry, 2005. Back in 2005, I bought a Panasonic DVD recorder VCR. So it records DVDs and VCRs. Excuse me, and VHS. It records VHS. Okay, Pen Lapidari, we'll see you next time. Take care. God bless you. Thanks so much for stopping by. So Buckled Let's Go says yes after Van Halen. You know, it's funny because a lot of people, when David Lee Roth joined Van Halen, they saw him as the face of Van Halen. Never mind the fact that Van Halen was Eddie Van Halen's group. That was his group. Arguably one of the best rock groups of the 70s and 80s. Okay, let's go next. Okay, that's where we were. That's where our base is. 2-star Gek. Okay, so we can travel out from here. Where's the stupid galactic core? It's over there. Galactic core is over there. Okay, the Starship Hunt starts now, officially. Well, started about an hour ago. We're taking a break from doing dailies. Oh, 3-star Gek. Let's go to it. We got a 3-star, not a 3-star Gek, 3-star Korvax. Cellcraft says, Guitar Guy 80, your method for clearing the swarm debris works wonders. Yeah, Guitar Guy 80, good job on that video, man. Definitely good job on that video. Oh. Get wrecked. Who else wants some? Yeah, you know what? This photon cannon isn't even fully upgraded. One more swarm. Where you at, buddy? Infraknife time. Get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked. Look at all that debris. Somebody come out here and clean this up. And I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you guys haven't done so, please hit that like button for me. It helps out the channel a ton. Let's go to the space station. And excuse me while I have a sip of some delicious, fat-free, no-calorie, no-fructose corn syrup, diet powdered dehydrated water. Oh, that water is good when you're thirsty. Serious Joker, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us today. So we're officially on the ugly Starship Hunt. We're also hunting for upgrades. Something else I want to do today is, if we can get out of here. Okay, so check this out. We picked up this multi-tool. This is a T4. It's A-class, but A to S. This is a T4. With 4 connected supercharge slots in a T configuration. This thing's going to hit like a truck once it's fully upgraded. What I would like to do is get this thing fully upgraded. We have the nanites to go from a to an S, so that's not a problem. Let's get the other ship out here for just a second. We're not going to do this on stream, but these are 5, how many do we have? 6. We've got 6 really good bolt caster modules. X-Class, 6 really good ones. I kind of wanted to min-max with these. Any 3 of these would be better than the 3 S-Classes that I have now. So we're going to plug these into that other multi-tool and see how much damage we can do. All right, let's swap that out again. Oh, also, Look what I found. Don't ask me where I found this one. I do have. So Ozzy Bob says, I trolled the hive the other day. I broke its main weapon. How? I punched it. Then danced the jig. So did you actually ram into it and break it? That's funny. So I found this exotic. Just randomly at the space station. So yeah, this thing, this is a Royal Series 7 red and gold clamshell thruster, clamshell thruster, longsword cockpit. So seriously, Ozzy Bob, you actually rammed into it. We should try that, see if it works. Now, this was in a completely different system. I do have glyphs for that star system. I do have glyphs for it, but this is not it. This is the wrong system. But that's something that I found just randomly last week, farming upgrades for my multi-tool. All right, here we go. Let's do this. I can already tell you, it's ugly. It's ugly. So Ozzy says he flew in there using its jetpack. You actually flew in there with the jetpack. That's funny. That is funny, dude. Okay, don't tell Hello Games because they'll patch it. So Heather says, I found a guppy version. You found a guppy? I'm jealous. I do like the... Okay. Hold on. We got to get an upgrade. Let's get a suit upgrade. Here we go. Thank you. How are we? For technology, we're good. For tech, we're good. Let's go storage. Thank you. Okay, let's do this. What do we have for Sentinel ships? This is a 3-star Corvax? Yes, 3-star Corvax system. Let's see if we can get lucky. Please. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be an ugly AF ship. Oh, hey, check that out. We got a needle nose. A mint green needle nose just flew in. Hold on. Now, I don't like the needle nose cockpit, excuse me. Okay, so this is a needle nose fighter, single thruster, star jumper wings. That's pretty clean. It's pretty clean. So, Morris says, David Lee Roth now plays Van Halen songs on banjo. He plays country music now. David Lee Roth is confused. David Lee Roth is confused. You know who else plays country? Well, I'm not sure if he does it anymore. Who was the lead singer? Let me see if I can think of the name of that group. Yeah, because my brain is broken. What is the name of that freaking rock group? I can't remember. Let's go find this ship. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. No, not Hootie. Aerosmith. Who is the lead singer from Aerosmith? Somebody, I can't remember his name, I swear. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Somebody out there in chat remind me. He did country music for a while too. I'm not sure if he went back to rock. But the lead singer of Aerosmith, I can't remember his name. Thank you. Mary, thank you. Steven Tyler, thank you. God, I couldn't remember that dude's name. Cellcraft, thank you. Yeah, he did country music for a while back in 2018, 2019. I'm not sure if he still does country. You know, it's kind of funny because, you know, that was back when Taylor Swift became famous. Remember when she first started, she began as a country singer. She began as a country singer. Then she switched from country to hip-hop and pop, which was probably the best thing for her to do. So Ozzy Bob says, I was listening to Van Halen the other day, realized the song was about beef guts. What's that, beef cuts? Which song was that? So Doc Intel says, I'm not a big Aerosmith fan. There were a couple of Aerosmith songs that were pretty good. The collaboration with Run DMC was really good. Walk This Way, that was really good. And they also did one called Janie Had a Gun. So yeah, that's like the only two. Yeah, I'm not sure if David Lee Roth still does country. Cellcraft says, I'm so tired I'm so tired of Taylor Swift. She needs to go away. Cellcraft, I'm sorry, man. When I see Taylor Swift, I say, wow. That's all I got to say. I'm not necessarily a fan of her music, but let me just quote Pavel. Oh boy, that thermal underwear. I'm just going to quote Pavel on that one. Okay. Which one of you guys out there in chat jinxed us? Okay, I want to know right now. Which one of you guys out there in chat jinxed us? Somebody, I blame chat for this ugly AF ship. This thing is ugly. That is not what I wanted to do. It's an upside, and it's orange too. Haven't we been to this system before? I swear we found this ship already. This is the ugliest. Oh my gosh, this thing is so ugly, it's oogly. Which one of you guys jinxed us? I blame chat for this one. It's an upside down hauler. Oh my gosh, and it's orange. You have got to be kidding me. Which one of you guys did it? Somebody in chat did it. It's all chat's fault. It is a crap C-class. That's fine. We're scrapping it. We're scrapping this one. This thing is going right to the scrapper. Before we scrap this ship, are there any goodies here? Any goodies? We got some crystals over there. There is some salvageable scrap, but we don't need it. We got a dissonant resonator. Let's go check that out. Yeah, we're totally going to scrap the crap out of that ship. Let's see if we got something good over here. It is, ooh, echolocator. Echolocator. Doc Intel says we've been here. Yeah, somebody. I demand to know who found this ship. Exactly, the Fiat Multipla. Yeah, exactly. Even the critters ran away from it. I know, right? Okay, that's an echolocator. Let's get it. But before we do, switch multi-tools. There we go. Give me that. Give me that money. Always get your money, people. There we go. I'll take that, thank you. Let's go. Forget about Prey. How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, that ship is so ugly, it's freaking oogly. Ugh. I knew we were going to find some ugly ships today, but not that freaking ugly. We've been here before. What do we got for scrap? Could probably start refining some of that pugnium. We got 2,000. Just out of curiosity, what does pugnium make? Oh, a whole 88 nanites. Okay, whatever. $25 to 1. We can actually get more nanites if we combine it. All right, here we go. So Cellcraft says, I still can't build bases. Found a 17 sphere curious deposit, and the game will let me drop a base. Cellcraft, are you on an expedition save? I mean, technically it shouldn't matter because you can see we're dropping bases, no problem. That is strange, man. Yeah, buckle up, let's go. Exactly. Hello Games, just stop it. Just stop it. Get some help. Okay, let's get this thing up to the station and scrap it. This is, wow, the most depressing thing I've ever seen. It's depressing. Okay, yeah. All right, let's go. We're out of here. Before we go, I'll take all of your condensed carbon. Have a nice day. All right, let's go. Let's get this thing up to the station. Scrap it. Get to the next star system. This is the ugliest Sentinel ship I think I've ever seen. One of. Yeah, Mary. And we wasted a brain. That's okay. That's okay. This thing will be worth more in units than anything else. This is the ugliest Sentinel ship. Wow. Oof. We're literally flying upside down. Literally flying upside down. Where's the station? Where's the freaking station? I mean, this is embarrassing. Yeah, this ship is so ugly the cops won't even stop us. The police won't even stop us. So Heather says, I blame Streamlabs. Yep, it's Streamlabs' fault. Streamlabs did it. So, Buckle Up Let's Go says, I fat folded a Vigilant Stone early game. Nice. Moore says, have you seen Jody IRL? Regina Schneider? No wonder Pavel is trying to hit on her. Are you serious? We're talking about Jody from from GTA? I gotta see the picture now. Now I gotta go see the picture. Thanks for that. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Now I gotta go see the picture. I'm pretty sure she looks nothing like her in-game character. MacMob says, I ran into a bunch of multiplers yesterday on different planets. Did a rage quit. We've actually had that for one stream. I remember one live stream. We didn't find a single good-looking ship. They were all the Yugos. They all looked like the Yugos. They were terrible. All right, let's scrap this thing and get out of here. Forget about phrases. I blame Rockstar Games' new wokeness. New wokeness. I don't think GTA 6 is woke. I don't think it'll be woke. Not even close. I don't think it'll be woke. I think that a lot of people are taking it out of context because there's a female protagonist. That doesn't mean the game is woke. Okay, there's also a male protagonist as well that you'll be playing both characters in a similar manner as with GTA 5. You know, I think some people should get their hands on the game first before considering it being woke or anything else. And we're talking about Grand Theft Auto here. There is nothing about Grand Theft Auto that's ever been woke. Nothing. That is probably the most unwoke game, or least woke game ever created. There is nothing politically correct about a Grand Theft Auto game. Any of them. Okay, we want to begin salvage. Okay, claim scrap 20 mil. Yes, please. All right, next, let's get out of here because this... I don't want to talk to you. Get out of here, buddy. So we want to request dialogue help. Might as well learn a word while we're here. Let's go... aggression. So we want to sell recycled circuitry. Hey, we got a storage augmentation. Nice. Compressed indium scrap. Starship AI valves. Subatomic regulators. Nano cables. Cool. Did we get any C-class upgrades out of that? We got 2. Oh, hold on. Oops. Did not want to do that. Hold it. Put that back. Alright, get the daily driver out here. Excuse me. Alright, now we can put that in there. We can transfer that. Let's sell those 2 and we're good. Okay, so we want to sell. All right, next. We're out of here. Next station, or next system. Next system. Okay, let's see. Will you get back in the ship, please? Thank you. So Moore says, the writers for GTA now are the same writers who made Dax and Drug War, so hopefully no more of that or the game will be ruined. We have to remember that Drug Wars was supposed to be something completely different. But the part of Dax was originally supposed to be played by Steve Ogg. That was supposed to be Trevor. But Rockstar couldn't secure Trevor for, another DLC. That's why they brought in Dax and what they call Hoonigans, or whatever they're called, the Fooligans. Which very few people have heard of them, but apparently they're a real gang or something like that. William Koza, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. So we got to remember that that game was, or that DLC was supposed to be something entirely different. Because they couldn't get Steve Ogg, we got stuck with Dax and Luchador and a bunch of other people that nobody cares about. And what is arguably one of the worst DLCs ever. Okay, that system is abandoned. That is a 2-star GEC. I guess we can go there. Let's check it out. But yeah, hopefully Rockstar learned their lesson. Because remember, the Drug Wars DLC released in 2022-2023, but that's also the same year that we got another crap DLC. It's also the same year we got Mercenaries. And Mercenaries was trash. Get wrecked. Yeah, they're not so tough when they're on fire. All right, next. So Mary says, in your opinion, Oddman, what has been the worst, No Man's Sky's worst update? Remnant. Has to be the Remnant update. Has to be. Remnant was arguably the worst update I've ever seen. The worst DLC. I know some other people would argue differently because they think that Endurance. Some people would say the Endurance update was bad. And that's because I think it was during the Endurance update of 2023. That's when Hello Games implemented some rebalancing for No Man's Sky. Because prior to Endurance, let's go to inventory and I'll show you. You could have upgrades. We're talking about technology upgrades in both your technology section and your cargo. So players were double stacking their firepower on multi-tools and their technology for their upgrades. So normally you can have not only multi-tools but also starships. So normally you can have 3 upgrades, 3 base upgrades, and 3 blueprints. So you can have 3 upgrades and 3 blueprints, excuse me, plus the weapon. Players were able to have 3 upgrades and 3 blueprints in both technology and in their cargo. So we're talking about having a starship that could do untold amounts of damage. What Hello Games did during the Endurance update was reset all of this. And that's where we got the supercharged slots, because a lot of people were pissed when Hello Games broke. They didn't break anything, they reset it. And they rebalanced it such that there weren't so many overpowered players in the game, because you had players with starships that could do over a million points of damage, which was completely game breaking. That's not the way the game was designed to be played. So they went in, rebalanced it, and made it so that you can only use technology in technology slots on ships and multi-tools and your exosuit. But a lot of people were pissed. A lot of players were pissed because their builds were broken and they couldn't play the game the way they wanted. So you had people legitimately just, you know, sending those kind of weird messages to Hello Games because they broke the technology. So what Hello Games did when they rebalanced it, they added the supercharged slots so that you could get close to the damage you were doing, but it was also reasonable. It wasn't an unreasonable amount of damage. If you simply went out and you found a multi-tool or a starship with the correct supercharged slot configuration, you could have something that does a bunch of damage. And in my opinion, it made the game more fun. It did. Because now we're hunting for the best multi-tool slot, or excuse me, supercharged slots in multi-tools and starships now. Okay, this is a system multi-tool with a crystal in it. A crystal for the magazine. I don't even know what to make of that. It's garbage anyway, so let's get out of here. So for me, I would have to say Remnant was the worst DLC. Okay, let's go. Yeah, Remnant was not good at all. I think the expedition for Remnant was good for the first time. It was good one time, and that was it. Afterwards, nope. Okay, so there's no Sentinel ship in this star system. Reload. There's no Sentinel ship in this system. We got to reload. So Guitar Guy 80 says, I found an experimental rifle with a blue star or blue crystal coming out of the top of it. That's a good find. So what class was it? Was it a C class? Ozzy Bob says that's the New Age pistol. Yeah, it's funny. You can actually find system multi-tools with like alien parts on it. That's the funniest thing ever. It's still a crap multi-tool, but it's pretty funny. Mary, yes, that was the Garbage Man update. That was the Bin Man update, as they call it. Okay, there's no Sentinel ship in this system, so we're going to the next. How are we for hyperdrive fuel? Sublight, good. We are 10%. Let's see if we can run this thing on E. Let's see if we can run this thing on E. Can we get there? Hold it. There we. Oh, it's a 1-star. You know what? Let's go check it out. It's a 1-star system. Let's check it out. So, Mary says William hated the update too. Yeah, I know. He despised that update. He said he didn't even play it. I don't blame him. It was not a good expedition. It wasn't a good update. And that's because we were coming off of... yeah, we were coming off of the Voyagers update and the Breached Expedition, I should say. So that's why. Those were two very good expedition and updates respectively. And people were genuinely disappointed with Remnant. But I think the Remnant update was more of a proof of concept than anything else. Yeah, I think it was more proof of concept because Hello Games was demonstrating some new gameplay mechanics and physics. I think they could have done the same thing in a different way. It just wasn't a good update at all. Yeah, Deborah says the bugs were finally fixed. Hold on. Deborah says I had the opposite opinion of Remnant. I hated it the first time, but after the other three were fine as the directionality got fixed out. My biggest problem with Remnant was the grind. Okay, Mac Mops, we'll see you next time. Take care, brother. God bless to you. Thanks for stopping by. My biggest problem with Remnants was the grind because you weren't able to use your starship. And Hello Games forced you to use the Colossus, which is fine. I like the fact that we got a new use for the Colossus because it was the most unused exocraft. But at the same time, the distances that need to be traveled, I didn't really have a problem with that. I think there should have been a better way to mitigate transporting debris, if you will, the trash. Because having trash just blow out all over the place and spread all over the map, if you hit a bump, I think those physics needed to be toned down a bit. I'm pretty sure that's what ruined it for me. Neil Hurricane says, hey Odd, do you have any squadron members? It makes dealing with swarms a lot easier. Not on this save, believe it or not. This is a new save. This is an expedition save, so I just recently got that... I got the freighter, just recently got it, so I haven't really had time to upgrade it or get squadron members yet. The swarms are not that bad, especially once you have an upgraded ship. And because I'm running an S-Class with a 3+1 supercharged slot configuration, they're not that difficult. What I have to do next is work on getting better shields. That's the next thing I have to do, get some decent shields. Okay. Yes, please. So Neil Hurricane says, does anyone even still do any garbage collection? I keep seeing piles of stuff on planets but haven't felt the need to pick it up. That's pretty much me. I don't touch it. To me, it's just not fun. It's just not fun. Not at all. All right, this is a 1-star. There may not be a Sentinel ship in the system. Let's check it out. All right, we got a ship. So Deborah says, I like the outfit. Yeah, the outfit that I'm wearing right now, this is the reward from the Expedition outfit, the Wayfarer outfit. This is the only thing that was worth getting from the Expedition, the outfit. Otherwise, the Expedition was not good. Guitar Guy 80 says it's a B class, 2 supercharged slots. That's not bad. Sounds like you got yourself either a 3+1 or maybe even a 4. All right, let's check out this Sentinel ship for this 1-star system. All right, so far today we're 1-0. One really, really ugly ship. We found one really, I'm talking ugly. That ship was so ugly its mom asked for a refund. When that ship was born, its mom asked for a refund. I want my money back, Doctor. So what do we got? Yeah, it was, Mary, it was Fugly. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Is this, okay, maybe this one isn't too bad. Hold on. Let's not yell at it just yet. Hold on. This one may not be too bad. Hold on. Hold the phone. This one might not be too bad. Okay, so this is a hauler. This is a hauler, but hear me out. Hear me out. This is a hauler with dorsal and ventral TIE fighter stabilizers, X-wing stabilizers that do articulate. If I'm not mistaken, they do articulate. It is blue and white. This is not too bad. It is a hauler. Now, I don't mind the haulers as long as they have a decent configuration on it. This one is not too bad. This one needs wingtip thrusters. This one needs a set of wingtip thrusters on it to make it work. Because it's a hauler, unfortunately, you can't get... Blind Frog, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Unfortunately, you can't put... well, I haven't seen a hauler with tank treads yet. That doesn't mean that they don't exist. I have yet to see one. So this is not bad. This is not bad. I don't think it's worth a hunt. So Mary says that blue and white goes well together. The blue and white looks nice. Blue and white looks really nice. I don't think it's worth a hunt. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Okay, it's a B class. It is a B class. What do we got for scrap? I'll take that glass, thank you, sir. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's catalog the location. Let's catalog it. This is a 1-star system, so I don't think we'll get better than what we've got. Cosmic Coyote, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're not gonna hunt this one. We won't be hunting this ship. Okay, let's see. Before we do anything else, we need some more brains. So, let's see. We got to get some more brains. Here we go. And unfortunately, we have to do this. Because we're on a normal save. So, okay. This will help expedite the process. Well, let's make a couple of brains, just because. You know, hopefully we'll get an expedition one day that gives us the actual memory fragments that upgrade the class, and we won't have to do this anymore. Hopefully one day. Okay, all right, that's good enough. those back in ship. All right. Okay, so this is a B class. Let's grab this thing and get it up to the station. Ship. Brain. Okay, what do we got? Of course, they're spread out. Now, this one, I'm willing to bet is a 3+1. Feather Brain, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I bet this is a 3+1. But we're not going to hunt for it. It's not a bad-looking ship. It's not a bad-looking hauler. I do like it. It's not bad. It is not bad, but I don't think it's worth a hunt, so we've got the location cataloged. Oh, hold on. Compare and claim. All right. Let's drop a save beacon. Let's make a save beacon. Just in case. All right. So this is, for anybody who's just joining us, first of all, let's get rid of the stupid vignette. I can't stand that. So Mary says, William has a bunch of those if you want them, odd man. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. Thank you. Maybe one day we'll have to get together and get some of those. Spider Log, what's up, brother? How's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Oh, pardon me for 1 second. Pardon me for 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay, whoops. Sorry about that. Just had to remind my son that he has tutoring class tonight. Okay, vignette is gone. Oops. Hate it when I do that. Let's try that again. Okay, anyway, this is... Did we get rid of the vignette? Yes, we did. Perfect. Okay, this is a Sentinel hauler. Heavy Sentinel hauler. I like the blue and white. It's got double-bladed wings, full heavy wings. It's got a set of full heavy wings on it. Dorsal and ventral TIE Fighter style stabilizers that do articulate. So this thing will fold out to an X-wing. Well, the top stabilizers will fold out. So it'll be like an X-wing. The bottom stabilizers won't because this is a hauler. Oh, Spiderlog, you were here at the beginning? Okay, no problem, man. No problem. Well, welcome back. So if you want this ship, glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. This is the Euclid Galaxy. This is a B class located at, there we go, plus 20.59 and plus 47.52. We're not going to hunt for this ship, but just in case you want it, there is a save beacon in the area. And let's color this save beacon red. There you go. Okay, let's grab this thing and go. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Wingtip thrusters would make it look better. I think a set of wingtip thrusters would be better, but that's not bad. I do like the color. So Doc Intel says, I'm a Dragonfly player myself, but this ship is nice. It's not too bad. It's not. I can get behind it. What it's missing wingtip thrusters. It is definitely missing some wingtip thrusters. I think that will make all the difference. Because it's a hauler, you won't find a ship like this generally with tank tread landing gear. But it's not bad. I like it. It's not too bad. So Mary says, right colors, wrong ship. It's not too bad. I don't mind the haulers. I think the Sentinel haulers are okay as long as the hauler extension is not inverted. That's number one. And this one has a full set of heavy wings on it. Yeah, it's got a full set. So the wings match. It just needs a set of wingtip thrusters, and I think this thing would be pretty fire. Okay, let's see. Let's see how good or bad this ship is. Do we still have? No, we don't. Hold on. Let's grab a stack of this. Let's grab some of that. All right, let's make a new restore point, and let's upgrade this thing and see what it looks like. Blind Frog says, let's set up more safety beacons, safety first. OSHA will be very pissed with us. OSHA is pissed with us anyways. They're always pissed. Okay, so we need to upgrade. Let's go augments, and we'll start over here. Okay, and what's next? This is a B class, so let's upgrade from a B to an A, and this will give us an idea of exactly how bad this ship is. And I'm not talking bad in a good sense either. Upgrade. Nope. Angie, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. How are you? That's a whole lot of nope. That is a whole lot of nope. All right. We know what it is. Revert. We know what it is. Yeah, Ozzy Bob, we call that one the unibody. We call it the unibody. It's ones all across the board. That's a whole lot of nope. Okay, well, this is a scrapper, so we want this. I'll take that inverted mirror. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Okay, let's scrap this thing and get out of here. That is unfortunate, man. That sucks. But then again, this is a one-star system, so I wasn't really expecting much anyway. Okay, so we want to begin salvage. Yes, please. 32 mil. Yep. Give me that money. All right, so we want to sell recycled circuitry. We got, never mind. We had those already. Compressed indium scrap. AI valves. Subatomic regulators. Nano cables. Okay, looks like we're good. And if I miss somebody out there in chat, not being done on purpose, just sound off again for me and we'll get caught up as quickly as humanly possible. Okay, we're done here. Next system. That's too bad. This was a 1-star too, so So Morris says, I was doing judo. Funny, the smallest guy took out the biggest guy. Don't mess with little guys. Yeah, size means nothing with judo. With judo, size means absolutely nothing. So Doc Intel. Next. Yep. Next system. Although, hold on. I think the hyperdrive is empty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the hyperdrive is empty. Hold on. We got to stop by the gas station. We got to stop by the petrol station, that is. Excuse me. 5%. That's what she said. Yep, we'll take one of those. And that's one of the reasons we're flying a Sentinel ship, because fuel is cheap. Yep. Okay, there's a pirate system, but it's not dissonant. Boo. Yeah, we're all the way out here on the the outer rim of the galaxy. Okay, 2-star Korvax. Okay, let's check it out. We got a 2-star Korvax. Let's check it out. Yeah, Ozzy Bob, petrol station. Yeah, we got to get some gas. We need some gas. How do you get gas? You got to eat a whole lot of beans. You know what? Where's the cool Battlestar Galactica music? Where's the Buck Rogers music, man? Where's the Buck Rogers music? That's what this is missing. We need some Buck Rogers music. All right. That was easy. So Deborah says, that's how I got to 2.5 billion on my expedition save, hunting ships, looking for the best supercharged slots. Yep. Exactly. And if you're playing legit, there's always something to spend that money on. So Featherbrain says, I feel so bad about them grievers. The grievers, would you mean the reavers? Excuse me. Oh, pardon me for a sec. Ooh, sorry about that. Yeah. Heather says, Buck Rogers in the 24th century. Yeah, I actually went out. Several years ago, I bought Buck Rogers in the 25th century. The 1979-1980 TV series. I bought that TV series on DVD, the whole thing. Huge fan of that TV series when I was a kid. It's funny because every Saturday afternoon, actually not even every Saturday afternoon, it was when Battlestar Galactica, I'm talking about the OG original Battlestar Galactica, not that remake trash that came out in the 2000s, but the original Battlestar Galactica and the freaking Buck Rogers, both of which were directed and produced by Glenn A. Larson. When they went into syndication, they would air every Saturday. Oh, I'm sorry, they would air every day, Monday through Friday, every day, on one of the local TV stations. Oh, if Guitar Guy 80 is still here, we got something for him. We got a droid wing. Hold on. Yeah, they would air every day. It's like Battlestar Galactica would come on for an hour, and then Buck Rogers would come on for the hour afterwards. I watched the crap out of those TV shows. Okay, so this is a droid wing snowspeeder with droid and TIE fighter wings, single thruster, and a dorsal. The dorsal kind of ruins it, but everything else looks pretty cool. So this one is for Guitar Guy 80 because I know he hunts these ships. Anyways, glitter in the lower left-hand corner of the screen if you want it. Okay, next. So Deborah says, I like that TV series. Yeah, I am a huge Buck Rogers fan. And when the production company finally released it on DVD, I said, yes, please, give me the whole thing. Give me the whole thing. Somebody told me, well, why don't you just stream it? I said, you're out of your French toast mind. Oh, we got a baller hauler. Nice. Baller hauler with a normal cockpit. Hold on. Yeah, we got one with a normal cockpit. There we go. Okay, this is actually a pretty nice one. This one's actually pretty nice. This is a baller hauler, standard cockpit, ball-shaped wings, and a short tail. Short tail. Red, tan, and chrome. Not bad. That's actually pretty cool. All right, so we'll keep an eye on this one too. That's not bad. This one is a B class, 76 mil. Okay, because of all the storage slots. Ozzy Bob says Buck Rogers, the only show that had a reboot with a speech impediment. Wait a minute, Buck Rogers had a reboot? Really? When? Wait, hold on. When did Buck Rogers get a reboot? I know Battlestar Galactica had a reboot, and it sucked. Battlestar Galactica was garbage. Ooh, check this out. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. It's a crap C-class, but hold on. We got an X-Wing Explorer. This thing looks just like Red 5 from Star Wars. This one looks like Red 5 from Star Wars, man. What is this? That's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Check that out. Okay, the only problem I have with this one is the busted lip. It's got like a busted lip on it. Somebody punched it in the face. But that's not bad. This is a symmetric X-Wing Explorer. Red and white. This thing is right out of Star Wars, man. This is actually pretty nice. Not bad. Okay, let's get out of here. Yeah, that's part of the Starship hunt, by the way. Looking at system ships. So Heather says, we use to talk through my harmonica. I am a Cylon warrior. That actually kind of works. That actually kind of works. That's probably how they did the actual special effects too. Special sound effects. Okay, let's do this. So Moore says it was a Daffy Duck cartoon where he is Buck Rogers called Duck Dodgers. Yeah, Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century. Yeah, Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century. I recorded the first 2 seasons on DVD. Oh, well, it only released for, what is it? I think it released for 26 episodes for 1 season. I think there's 1 season of it. I recorded it on DVD. Yeah, that's when Cartoon Network used to have it, or used to broadcast it. You know, back in the day when Cartoon Network was good. That was back when Cartoon Network was good. Cartoon Network is not good anymore. It absolutely sucks. There are like 2 good cartoons on Cartoon Network. One is the Adventures of Gumball. The other one is what's the other one? Oh, Teen Titans Go. Those are like the only 2 good series. For whatever reason, they don't show the regular show anymore. They don't show Rick and Morty. I mean, what the crap, dude? Yeah, Cartoon Network is not good at all. Not anymore, man. And the regular show is not for kids. Oh, you were talking about, what is that? Oh, you were talking about, yeah, Tweaky. Yep. Yeah, you caught me off guard. I said, wait, Buck Rogers had a reboot? What? Okay, what do we got? Oh my God, we're not even stopping. We're not going to stop for this one. We're not even stopping. This is some BS right here. This is some straight up BS, man. This is some BS right here. I'm calling BS on this one right now. You have got to be, this is the third ugly ship in a row. Which one of you guys out there in chat did this? I blame chat for this one. This is all chat's fault. This is chat's fault. Somebody, which one of you did this? Sound off for me. Somebody's taking the blame for this one. This ship is so ugly, it's oogly. It's, oh my gosh. They get worse. They just get worse. This is like, what, the third upside down hauler we found on stream today. We're not even stopping for this one. We're leaving. We're leaving. Reload. We're out of here. Screw this place. Screw this place. We're leaving. We're done. We're leaving. They get worse. Wow, that ship was ugly. God. That ship was ugly. Okay, we're leaving. We're out of here. No point in wasting a brain on that. Ozzy Bob says, oh, back up. Doc Intel says, I always loved the old Flash Gordon shows that were made back in the 30s. I vaguely remember seeing those. I vaguely remember seeing those. Now, that being said, I grew up watching the 1970s Filmation animated version of Buck Rogers. I'm sorry, not Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon. Yeah. How many people remember the Filmation's animated version of Flash Gordon? It was a TV series. The same company that did He-Man and Masters of the Universe and Black Star. Yeah, Blind Frog. That ship was so ugly it was oogly. We're leaving. We're out of here. But I grew up watching that TV series. 1970s Flash. I think it aired 1975 or something like that. 75, 76. Angie says it would be funny seeing a player fly around in that rust bucket. I guarantee you if it was the only ship they could find, they would fly it. they would absolutely fly it. That had to be the ugliest ship I've seen so far today. Wow, that ship was ugly. That ship was so ugly it makes blind people cry. That's how ugly it is. Okay, so far nothing. I think, hold it. 2-star Gek. I guess we can go there. Doc Intel says those were my kids' times with He-Man. I'm 68. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Uh-oh, hold it. We got another fight. Let's try this in first person. All right, everybody got murked. Everybody got murked. Okay, let's go. Space station. I think this is a 2-star Gex system. Let's check it out. Ozzy Bob says, fun fact, Buck Rogers flew with Flash Gordon in one of the 80s episodes, the original Flash, Buster Crab. I recall that one. Yeah, that was the, hey, Ozzy Bob, that was the episode of Buck Rogers where he was flying with some guy who said there was an older pilot. There was an older pilot flying one of the starfighters, and he said, Buck Rogers said, do I know you? He said, no, you don't know me. We're from different times. And for the life of me, I never understood what he meant until I did some research on it. I'm pretty sure that was the episode. Yeah, there was an old guy who was a pilot flying for the Earth Defense Directorate. So that might have been an Easter egg, if I'm not mistaken. That's got to be the episode you're talking about. That was the original Flash. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I remember that episode. That was a pretty cool episode, too. Yeah, as soon as he said, no, you don't know me. We're from different times. That's like one of the coolest things ever, man. So Stuart Laker says, yes, that was the episode. That was one of the coolest episodes in Buck Rogers. Although any episode with Aaron Gray in it was a cool episode. Let's be fair. Any episode with Aaron Gray was a cool episode. Grammar School Boy, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So far today, we are 3-0. 3 of the ugliest Sentinel ships I've ever seen. And no good-looking ships. We are 3-0. It has been bad today, and I'm talking bad. Okay, here we go. Oh, hold on. We got to get rid of these B-class upgrades. Hold on. We got to sell some stuff. Yeah, Morris, that's pretty good. That ship is so ugly it scared the crap out of the toilet. Literally. All right, let's talk to the Gek with the really weird bandana and the bad shave. There we go. So we want to sell. Okay. Hold on. What's this over here? Let's see if we can get to him before he leaves. That is a Viper. Huh. Hold on. Okay, this is a Viper-style fighter. We were just talking about Battlestar Galactica. So that's a Viper cockpit with a combination of Starscream and Shockwave wings. Yeah, I think those are Starscream and Shockwave wings. Triple thruster. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, Grammar School Boy, not bad colors. They're okay. Heather says, I didn't do it. Yeah, it's been bad today. I mean, the Starship hunt has been bad today. Okay, Doc Intel, we'll see you next time. Take care. God bless you, man. We will see you next time. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so far today, it's been pretty bad. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's go check out the ship. This is a 2-star Gek. Yes, it is. 2-star Gek. All right. Would you get in the ship, please? Thank you. And hope everybody out there is doing well. Thank you guys for joining us. If you haven't done so, please hit the like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. So far, it's been bad. Every ship we found today, I think with the exception of maybe one, has been voodoo, just ugly, butt ugly. Voodoo butt ugly. That's what it is. It's just bad. Moore says a lot of old shows had guest appearances, like All in the Family had the Jeffersons and Maude from the Golden Girls. I also remember that Gary Coleman was in, he was in Buck Rogers. He actually starred in Buck Rogers for a couple of episodes. He starred in Buck Rogers. How many people here remember the episode of Different Strokes where Gary Coleman wore the same outfit that he wore in his Buck Rogers episode? The same outfit. He wore it in the episode of Different Strokes. I can't remember which episode it was, but he wore it in that episode. So it's funny because there's always an Easter egg. Oh, it's a stupid hot planet. Yeah, Ozzy Bob, he was the genius in Buck Rogers. And he did 2 cameos. He did 2 cameos in Buck Rogers. But what's funny is that in an episode of Different Strokes, he actually wore that same outfit. It was one episode, and I can't remember the name of the episode, but yeah. Funny story about Gary Coleman is that he absolutely hated it. He hated it when people came up to him and said, "Hey man, say what you're talking about, Willis." Say what. He used to hate it when people said that to him. "What you talking about, Willis?" Okay, what do we got? It is a skinny dragonfly, I think. Let's see what we got. So Heather says, I do. So you remember that episode? Yeah, he wore the same outfit. Dang it, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, whatever. Okay, this is a B class. Heavy? Or is this a hauler? It's a hauler. It's a hauler. It's a B-class hauler with skinny dragonfly wings. I think we're going to leave this one here. Ozzy Bob says, I only just remember Different Strokes. Love that Kimberly. Yeah, she was a hottie back then. She was definitely a hottie back then. Sad thing about the cast from Different Strokes is that they, with the exception of like Gary Coleman and the guy that starred Mr. Drummond, all the other cast members fell on hard times. Every other cast member fell on hard times. The actor who played Arnold's older brother, he was always in legal trouble. He was always in court, and I never understood why. Okay, so ladies and gents, this is a heavy Sentinel hauler, skinny dragonfly wings, medium wings. Looks like a set of medium and double-bladed wings, wing-tip thrusters. This is not a hunt, so we're going to leave this one right where it is. It is a B class, so if you want this one, the colors are pretty good. I think it's got good color on it. The glyphs, well, we saw the glyphs. This is located at plus 43.74 and minus 96.28 if you want this ship. This one is a hard pass, so we're going to leave it. Let's look around really quickly. And this is an egregiously hot planet. Yeah, Guitar Guy 80, black and red dragonfly hauler. I'm going to have to take a pass on that one. All right, next system. And I hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. If you haven't done so, please hit the like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Okay, so far we're 4-0. Actually, we're about 5-0. Yeah, we're about 5-0 today. Ugly ships. Although that one hauler, the blue and white one, wasn't too bad. That one was okay. That one wasn't too terribly bad. Oh, hold on, before we go. Let's see, can we discover anything out here, or has somebody else already done that? Discoveries. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Might as well claim it, right? So Heather says, what the hell, void mode? What about it? Moore says, speaking of old shows, having guest appearances, Chips, Elvira on a Halloween episode. I remember that episode of Chips. I remember that episode of Chips. I do remember it. What's funny is that Elvira, the actress that plays Elvira, she hasn't changed a bit. That's like 30 or 40 years ago. She really hasn't changed a bit. She hasn't changed. She hasn't changed much since. That's for sure. Basically, it's kind of like Barbara Eden and I Dream of Jeannie. Barbara Eden is pushing close to 90, and she still does the whole belly dancing thing. So, yeah. That says something. But the actress that plays Elvira, she hasn't really changed much. I mean, she's gotten older, but she, like I said, she still kind of looks the same. Also, Heather was saying, so what is void mode? Okay, yeah, void mode is a type of currency. It's a type of currency that's used by the autophage race. So when you find an autophage camp and you've met the autophage race, you can actually buy things from them using void mode. And you'll have an option in the discordant terminal at the autophage camp where you can actually spend void mode to get cosmetics and you can get staff parts, but you have to use void mode to buy them. And Guitar Guy 80 is absolutely correct. That's how you get autophage staffs and multi-tools. Staff / multi-tool. Yeah, there is nothing out here. Hold it, hold it. There is literally nothing out here. Wow. We might have to jump through a black hole. This is ridiculous. There is nothing out here. All right, here we go. All right, that's it. They're all dead now. All right, where's the station? As we fly into an asteroid. So Heather says, never got it before. I haven't started the quest. You can still get the void mode. You can still get it even if you haven't reached that part of the storied quest in No Man's Sky. You can still get void mode because I've got some on this save, and we haven't even. This is an expedition save, so you can totally get it, especially if you visit one of the autophage camps. There's a chance you'd actually pick up void mode. Okay, let's see what we got. It's a nice orange looking station, I guess. C-Class, ugly multi-tool. Next. It's still ugly. Alright. Yep, let's do that. We're solving the hoarder problem one multi-tool slot at a time, or one exosuit slot at a time. So Morris says, it was cool how a lot of older shows, people got along so well back then. There's a lot of shows that had guest appearances of people from other shows and celebrity appearances. It was a good time to be in. A lot of shows from the 70s and 80s did that, yes. There were always special guest appearances, yes. You don't really see too much of that nowadays, unfortunately. Well, I would argue that modern TV is nowhere near as good as, TV shows from like the 70s and 80s. Now, that being said, an exception to that has to be the Fallout TV series. Yeah, I didn't know this at the time, but I just found out that the lead actress, the Vault Dweller, the lead actress, I just found out she was British. I didn't know she was British, but apparently she's got a full-blown British accent. I didn't know it. I said, wow, her American accent is very good. It's very good. But the Fallout TV series is fire. I like it, man. The Fallout TV series. When I first saw it, I said, oh, crap, here we go. Amazon's going to ruin another perfectly good video game TV series. They're going to ruin it. I thought Amazon would destroy it. It's really, really freaking good. It's really good. Okay, let's do this. Let's find a ship. Yeah, Fallout TV series is awesome. I like it. It is really good. Angie says, most modern day films are absolute garbage with poor acting and hideous script writing. Oh, that's beyond garbage. My biggest problem with a lot of modern movies and TV shows is that they're catering towards one specific demographic. In most cases, they cater towards one specific audience and one specific demographic. And that's what ruins it, because they alienate the other 90% of viewers who are either superhero fans, they're zombie apocalypse fans, they're sci-fi fans, they're action horror fans. They ruin the other fans of that type of movie because in many cases they inject a bunch of social justice grievance politics in a place where it doesn't belong. But I agree with you 100%. I'm not going to say woke because I think the term woke has been misused more than it should be. I think that there's a time and a place for social justice grievance politics. I mentioned this before. It should be, in my humble opinion, in a documentary, someplace where it can be taken as based in fact. Never ever in any sort of fiction. So that's my saying. I don't want to see any sort of ideology in my science fiction. I watch science fiction for the suspension of disbelief. I watch it to have fun. I watch it to enjoy the actual content. I don't watch it to be lectured to on how I'm a bad guy. So Young Roller says, odd man, a level 22 blew up my Coke airplane after I did one trip around the map. Are you serious, bro? Well, now we know why they're called public sessions. And now we know why they're called public sessions. It's another hot planet. What is with all these freaking hot planets, man? Okay, this is... We've not been here before. Hold on. Land. If we can. It's got tank treads. I swear I found one of these before. I swear I found one of these. I know I found one of these ships before. So this is a medium Sentinel fighter. Clipped medium wings, single-bladed wings, dorsal mohawk. Dorsal Mohawk and tank treads. This one's got tank treads. Yeah, and it's, yeah, Guitar Guy 80, and it's orange. And it's orange. Ugh. And it's orange. You know, the tank treads kind of save it, but I know we found this ship before. Anyways, if you like this style of Sentinel ship, glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. This is a hard pass. We're not going to hunt for it. We're not going to hunt for it. But we will catalog it and move on. So this one's not worth a hunt, in my opinion. It's not a bad-looking ship. I think the clipped wings it ruined it. If it had a set of solid, heavy wings, it would be fine. But the clipped wings absolutely ruin it. I mean, it's got tank treads on it, for crying out loud. That saves the ship a little bit. I don't mind the Elvis. I don't mind it if it's done right. But this ship is a hard pass, so yeah. Reload. That sucks. Okay, next. Well, that's unfortunate. This was a 2-star system, but there's almost like nothing out here. All right, what we're going to do, you know what? Let's go talk to Polo. Hold on. Let's check the galaxy map. Let's see if we can find a black hole. Because we're literally at the outer rim. We're at the outer rim of the galaxy, and there is literally nothing out here. Let's see if we can get lucky and find a black hole somewhere. Because this is the worst luck. So, we're 5-0. Literally 5-0 for ugly ships. Hold on. Alright, we got a 2-star Viking. Let's go check it out. Yeah, we're 5-0 for Sentinel ships. I mean, ugly ships. 5 of the ugliest ships we've found so far. And they get progressively worse. Are you serious? Just like a freighter to fly right into the path of a fight. Just like a freighter to fly right into the path of a fight. Okay, can we go to the space station now? Just like a freighter to fly right in. Oh, let's just hyperspace jump into the middle of a freaking battle. Good job, pal. Good job. Morris says there's too much political correct nowadays, and too many people talking about. Too many people taking things away way too seriously, and it ruins all the media and entertainment, including video games and TV shows. I think. Here's what I think. I think the pendulum in Hollywood is beginning to swing back more toward the center. In my humble opinion, what happened back in the 2010s to the 2020s was that Hollywood in general, as a whole, was deemed to be unfair. It was deemed to be unfair. I don't like talking politics on the channel, so I'm choosing my words wisely. Hollywood was deemed to be unfair, especially toward minority actors and actresses. And Hollywood has always been like that. That's nothing new. But what happened was, in an attempt to correct, if you will, everything that was wrong in terms of equality, Hollywood overcorrected. They went too far. So again, in my humble opinion, rather than swing back to the center, where they create content that caters towards a wide audience, they just became way too focused on the wrong thing. We got a couple of beer can haulers over there. Very nice. They became way too focused on the wrong thing. So, like I mentioned earlier, when I watch science fiction, I watch it for the suspension of disbelief. Okay, let's get out. So Young Ruler says, what's that? It was the bird, just blame the bird. That's it. Don't talk about the bird. We don't talk about the bird. Young Ruler says, would you still buy GTA 6 online, separate, and with a subscription? I would have to see, man. And I think that's what's happening with GTA 6. I think Rockstar Games is headed down the path of a subscription-based online service. And they know they can get away with it. They know they can get away with it. So, I've often said that there is no value in GTA Plus for me. None. If a game publisher and developer is selling a retail online game, even if it's a single-player game, we got to remember that GTA 5, when it released, didn't initially ship with GTA Online. Rockstar later released the GTA Online separately, but it was shipped as a package. It was part of GTA 5. When I bought the PC version of GTA 5, it came with the single player and the multiplayer. It came with both. When I bought GTA 5 for the console, it came with both the single player and multiplayer. The multiplayer was free. I'm hoping that Rockstar Games sticks with that business model. If they change it, then there's a strong possibility that they're going to alienate a huge player base, because not everybody is willing to pay $10 a month for GTA Plus. And I guarantee you, but come November, GTA Plus subscription prices are going up. GTA Plus subscription prices will go up. So we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. I am vehemently opposed to a subscription-based service for a retail game. If GTA 6 Online were free to play, and I want to be specific, free to play, I wouldn't mind it so much. But you're talking about spending $8 to $10 a month for GTA Plus just to play a video game? That's not right. That's not right. And I think that's where Rockstar is headed, unfortunately. I think that's where they're headed. Man, this planet is cold AF. It's a cold planet. Okay, so what do we got? We have That's not too bad. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, this is a medium Sentinel fighter. Ventral probes, or are those pincers? Yeah, ventral probes with thrusters and skinny dragonfly wings. It also has a set of single-bladed skirt wings. A set of deep vented skirt wings. Huh. Morris says, I'm not excited to buy a game and pay more after I've already bought it. So no thanks. I'm already paying for Game Pass just to access the live service. Exactly, and that's another thing. Remember, GTA 6 is only releasing on Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5. If there's going to be a GTA 6 online, then the only way to play that game is by paying for the console's live service. So that's an additional charge on top of a potential monthly subscription fee for, GTA Plus. At some point, people have to sit back and say, no, I'm not going to spend my money on this. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, if you guys want this style of Sentinel ship, glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. This is the Euclid Galaxy. Not really my style of ship, so we're going to take a hard pass on this one. It's not bad looking. I like the colors, the green and the blue and the black, but the vented skirt wings don't work on this one. So we'll take a hard pass on this one. So Young Ruler says, I bought the Olivia Rodrigo Fortnite skin. Well, okay, Young Ruler, at least Fortnite is free to play. Yeah, Fortnite is free to play. So I don't see a problem with that. Now, I typically don't buy skins or buy microtransactions anyway, but at least Fortnite is free to play. Grand Theft Auto Online is not. Grand Theft Auto Online is a retail game. You got to buy that game. So that is a problem for me. If Grand Theft Auto 5 Online were free, let's say it were free to play, then I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it so much. Nice, Paradise Planet. Too bad we can't stay. Okay, next. But that's in my humble opinion, that's the problem with the potential problem with GTA 6 Online, if we even get a GTA 6 Online. There's a reason Rockstar didn't mention it. There's a reason they never mentioned GTA 6 Online with GTA 6 single-player pre-orders. That's why there's a reason they're keeping it separate. Ozzy Bob says, so what's the point of pre-ordering for a game if all copies are digital? Ozzy Bob, that's my point. I've said that before. That is probably the most anti-consumer move I've ever seen from a game developer. The whole reason Rockstar Games is pushing pre-orders as hard as they are, and one thing we got to remember is that Rockstar Games already made their development cost back. Within the first 48 hours of pre-orders going live for GTA 6, Rockstar Games sold 39 million copies of GTA 6. Pre-ordered. They pre-ordered 39 million copies. Digital copies. We're talking digital copies here. Digital. 39 million digital copies pre-order. It is estimated that Rockstar Games grossed anywhere between $3 to $4 billion. That was as of Saturday. That was as of this past Saturday. And this was all within 48 hours time. Okay? Remember, pre-orders for GTA 6 are still live. So they're still making money on this game. Development costs for GTA 6 were estimated to be somewhere around $1.5 to $2 billion. That's what it's estimated. They've made their money twice over already. And the game's not even out yet. The least Rockstar could do is give us a physical freaking disc. That's all I ask for. You know, treat the community right. As a game collector, because I collect video games, physical media. As someone that collects physical media for movies, TVs, and especially video games, I was looking forward to getting a physical copy, disc copy, mind you, of GTA 6. But according to multiple sources, that's not going to happen now. That's not happening. There will be no physical release for GTA 6. Rockstar's keeping it all digital. So what happens if my PlayStation or Xbox account gets hacked? What happens if that account gets hacked? What happens if PlayStation or Xbox gets a wild hair up their butt and decides to begin suspending accounts for whatever stupid reason? Because that's happened before. You're telling me that I lose access to a game I bought. Ozzy Bob, you can Google it right now. Development costs for GTA 6 are estimated to be somewhere between $1.5 to $2 billion in development costs. Yeah, Ozzy Bob, I saw him. Well, I saw him. We'll talk to him. We'll talk to the traveler. Yes, in fact, let's talk to him right now. Hey, buddy. Look at the teeth on that guy. Buddy, you need to see a dentist. Unexpected. Hello, new friend. What business would you have with me? I don't know what you're selling. Bargain for information. Tell them everything. Ask about the Atlas. Okay. But yeah, that's the estimated development cost for GTA 6. Okay, let's see. Ask where they came from. Okay, so Ozzy Bob, if you want to... Oh, I'm sorry. Guitar Guy 80, if you want to come to this system, hold on, with a traveler, glyphs for this system are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, but I think you'll need more than 9 glyphs. Because one of them is the YMCA. All right, we'll take one of those. Thank you. So, yeah, it's insane. Morris says, I don't AFK often because I'm afraid of overheating my consoles, but I AFK now, selling acid every 40 minutes or so with a mansion speed boost, making millions. This week is the best time to make money with the acid lab, yes. Neo Hurricane says, I used On's video to get all 16 glyphs on my expedition save. I thank you for watching it. I appreciate you. I'm glad that video helped. At least the traveler locations are still consistent. Okay, here we go. There is no Sentinel ship in this star system. Reload. Son of a blankety blank. Reload. That sucks. No Sentinel ship in this system. All right. Let's get out of here. So Moore says, what if your console crashed and you can't get back into your account or whatever reason? You lose $100 of GTA 6 games you paid for. Well, Morris, that's why I believe the actual the game is assigned to your account, not to the console. You download the actual game on a console. But when you buy it, let's say, for example, you buy it from either the Xbox store or the Microsoft store, because you can get it there too. The game is actually, it's sold, and I use the term sold loosely because you're not really buying it. You're getting a license for it. The game is assigned to your account, not to the console. So you can, in theory, download it on a different console if you need to. That's how it's supposed to work anyway. If your console breaks and you buy a new console, you can just sign into your Microsoft account or your Xbox account and download all your games again. That's how it's supposed to work. But that doesn't make it any easier. What happens if, let's say, for example, Rockstar Games for whatever reason decides to remove GTA 6 from the PlayStation and Xbox storefronts? What if they lose the license to sell that game? Then that means the respective storefront can remove the game from your library, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the problem with digital games ownership, because you don't own the game. That's the major problem. And that's what I try to convey to people whenever they talk about, oh, bro, the game's going to be 200 gigabytes. You're going to need 6 discs. Digital is easier. Trust me, digital is easier. No, it's not. Digital is not easier in so much that, excuse me, you don't own the game. You're buying a limited license to access that content. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. You're buying a license. You own nothing. That game belongs to the publisher and developer. It doesn't belong to you. That's an intellectual property that they own. Okay? What they're doing is you're paying $80 to $100 for a limited license to access the title. That's it. And usually it's a single user license too. So all these people out here talking about, bro, digital is easy, get used to it. No, they can kiss my butt. I'm serious. Because one of the worst feelings you can have is realizing that you spent $80 to $100 on a video game only to have the publisher take it from you. And yes, it has happened before. If you don't believe me, just think of The Crew. Think of the game The Crew and think of Ubisoft. So yes, it can happen. So yeah, it can totally happen. That's what a lot of people need to understand. When you buy a digital title, you own nothing. It's not yours. You're purchasing a limited license. That's what it is. And guess what? As with any other license, a license for a video game or digital media can be revoked at any time. It has happened before. Yeah, Morris, you're pretty much renting. You're pretty much renting. That's why California is trying to pass a law right now that requires game publishers and developers to state clearly in writing that consumers aren't buying digital titles. They're actually renting. They're trying to pass that law to make it clear that people understand exactly what they're spending their money on. You're not buying this digital title, you're renting it. You don't own it. And they want it printed clearly on packaging. They want it printed clearly on the websites as well, so that people understand exactly what it is they're legitimately getting for their $80 to $100. They're also trying to pass the law that states that if a game developer or publisher can no longer support a game for whatever reason, whether it's a live service game or even a single-player game, they have to ensure that the game is playable, either playable in some form, so that consumers don't lose their money, or they have to issue a refund for that game. Guitar Guy 80 says that was half the fun, going from disc 1 to disc 2. I know, right? Okay. Ooh, A-class. I would be perfectly fine if I got a disc version of GTA 6 with like 5 or 6 discs, 5 or 6 DVDs. I wouldn't care. I'd say, yeah, I'll take that. Give me. I don't care. Hey, we got a new sub. Who do we have out there? So, Amir Talib, welcome to the Odd Ones. Everybody, let's get some 07s out there in chat right now. Proper hand salute to Amir Talib. Welcome to the Odd Ones. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome aboard. Oh, did we? We didn't get that yet. Hold on. Yes, please. All right. Ozzy Bob says, I was using my Amiga 500, had an extra disk drive. I freaking love the Amiga 500. Ooh, hold it. Don't go anywhere. A jackal just flew in. Okay, it's a B class. Hold on. Nice. Check that out. So we got an armored Jackal solar ship. Red on red, too. Salmon red. Look, we got some salmon and we got some red, too. That's nice. And chrome. That's actually really nice. Check that out. Very nice ship. So if you like this style of Sentinel ship, glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. This is a B class, by the way. This one flew in as a B. So what do we got? What are the sales on this one? Hey, buddy, what do you got for me? Let's make an offer. Ooh. It's got crescent sails. It has crescent sails. We might have to buy this one. We might have to buy this one. It's got crescent sails on it. This is a 3-star system. So I am pretty sure this one will fly in at a higher, at a higher class. I'm pretty sure this one will fly in as a higher class. I don't want to buy a B class if I don't want to. What were the supercharged slots on this thing anyway, if we could see them? One supercharged slot here, huh? B class. They could be spread out. But crescent sails, this is pretty fire, man. I like this one. All right. Okay, so we got this one documented. We have this ship documented. If I want to come back and pick this one up, I can. Again, if you want this one, yeah, exactly. Guitar Guy 80 had an S-Class shield upgrade, too. So if we want this one, there are the glyphs. We've got this one documented. In the words of the Game Hub, going, gone. Nice. That's a good-looking Jackal right there. Very nice ship. So yeah, we were talking about the Amiga 500, man. I freaking love that console. I remember, I think I mentioned this story before. Back in the day when I was in the U.S. military, back in the Navy, in the dormitory, we had a guy who had an Amiga 500, and a lot of people fail to realize that that was a full-blown computer. It was a full-blown desktop computer. It ran the Amiga operating system, but it was also the easiest. One of the easiest computers to play games on. That was back in the day when there was no such thing as an internet. They were all bulletin boards, where you would dial up and dial into a bulletin board and download your games via telephone line. Yeah, so that was, oh my God, man, 1991 and 92. Some good times back then, man. Good times back then. Yeah, you hit up a bulletin board and got a bunch of free games, man. That was also before computer viruses became a real problem too. So yeah, that was back then. Okay, did we make a restore point? Here we go. Let's go check out that ship. Yeah, I absolutely missed that thing, man. Blind Frog says my first computer was an Amiga 1200. Later with Turo card and a hard drive. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure the guy who had the Amiga 500 in the dormitory at the time didn't have... I'm pretty sure it didn't have a hard drive on it. I can't remember. My first computer, my very first computer was a Tandy 1000. It was a Tandy 1000 TX. It was a Tandy it was a Radio Shack computer, Tandy 1000 TX. It ran an Intel it had a 286 processor. Yeah, you guys heard me correctly. An Intel 8286 processor. It was a 4 megahertz processor. Yeah, 4 megahertz processor. 4 or 8 megahertz, something like that. It was ridiculous. 8 megabytes of 8 megabytes, not gigabytes, 8 megabytes of system RAM. Or was it 4 megabytes? I can't remember. It was stupid. It was stupid. Yeah, Ozzy Bob, yeah, you would know it. That hard drive was ginormous. Yeah, I miss those days, man. The early days of computing. Early days of computing. Sinister RC, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And St. Hugo, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So far, we found nothing but ugly ships. They have been ugly. Ugly ships. I swear, if I see one more freaking upside down hauler, if I see one more upside down inverted hauler, I'm going to flip my stuff. That's my ship. Hold on. You have got to be kidding me. Worst stream ever. Worst live stream ever. So Featherbrain says, my first computer was an Atari 800 XL with a tape recorder. I remember the 800 XL. Yeah, the Atari 400, the Atari 400, the 800, then there was also the Atari 1200. Yeah, Guitar Guy 80. Next, we're out of here. Reload. I demand to know who out there in chat jinxed us for this. So Angie says, I can't respect the attitude of just roll with it. Because those people essentially encourage money-grabbing business practices where the customer ends up owning no physical goods. Yeah, well, Angie, I would even add to that a lot of that behavior comes from a perspective of privilege and entitlement. It does, because you have a lot of people, especially this younger generation, who don't really care about ownership of any digital media. They want that instant distribution. They also want that instant gratification. Think about it. That's what streaming services are. They provide instant delivery, instant gratification. Okay? And for whatever reason, if you lose access to your internet, there goes your music, your movies, your TVs, and your ability to play your games. Yeah, Stuart Laker. Game title is right today. It's correct today. So I call it privilege and entitlement when people say it's the future, just roll with it, just get used to it. No. There is no reason for any of us to promote any sort of bad, piss-poor business practices. Okay? These companies are not your friend. Yeah, these companies, these corporations are not your friend. They don't care about you. They care about one thing and one thing only. They're shareholders and stockholders. These companies are largely publicly traded. They don't care about us. They care about making as much money on us as possible. So these are the people that abdicate their fiscal responsibility, if you will. I am curious. Go back into that space station. We just had a solar fly in. Get back in there. I want to see what that solar ship is. We had a solar ship fly in. Is it still there? It's still there. Let's see what class it is. Yeah, he just flew in. I'm curious. Okay, it's a C class. Never mind. If that thing were an A or an S, I would have bought it. Definitely would have bought it. That was a first wave spawn too. Hold on a second. Let's reload. Let's reload. I want to check one more thing. Let's reload. Let's see if it flies in again. Let's see. Blind Frog says, come to think of it, our prices were high back then too. Today's PCs can do more, but they cost just as much as they did back then. I'd agree with that. I agree. PCs were expensive back then too. PCs have far more functionality now, but at the same time, PC components over time are supposed to get cheaper relative to the age of the actual component. This generation right now, this is the first period in PC component development. We're talking CPUs, GPUs, memory, all of your SoCs, if you will, where we've seen actual components become far more expensive over time than they've become cheaper. And we can thank AI data center hardware demand for that. Stuart Laker says, my first PC was a 286. That was my first PC. My first actual PC was a Tandy 1000 TX. It was an Intel 8286. It had an Intel 8286 processor. So that's pretty much what I had. But even consoles have become more expensive over time. What is that? Are you freaking serious? A red? Seriously? It's a B class. You have got to be kidding me. I got to see this. Hold on a second. I got to see this. Okay, so this is a red Raza style fighter, triple thruster with quasar wings. Ozzy Bob, mine had a turbo button. Mine had a turbo button. It did. So if you want this, I can't remember. My brain is broken. If you want this Raza style fighter with the quasar wings, glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. I don't really like the color on this one, but Raza fighters are kind of rare. Interesting. So far, we've had better luck hunting for system ships than we've had hunting for stupid Sentinel ships. It's been bad. Yeah, Stuart Laker. Yeah, mine had a turbo button too. Yeah, Ozzy Bob. Everything in the 80s had a freaking turbo on it. Yeah, even the Honda Civics had a turbo decal on it. The Honda Civics had a turbo decal. There was always that one guy in the neighborhood who had like a Honda Civic, but they went to like the local auto parts store. They went to an auto parts store and bought like that turbo decal that was on the Porsches and stuck it on their car. Everything had a freaking turbo on it. I remember that. Everything had a turbo on it back in the 80s. Okay, okay, we had two box haulers. Boo. Oh, we probably have better luck hunting for that ship at a trading outpost. Okay, let's get out of here. I think we got time for one, maybe two more ships. There he is, right there. Come back here, bro. Come back here. Yeah, he's flying into the station right now. You scumbag, so he's a second wave spawn. Dude's a second wave spawn. He just flew into the station. Okay, this one is... it's a C class again. Never mind. Okay, we're not going to wait. We're out of here. It's a crap C class. This is a 3-star system, so I know we can get a ship to fly in as an S class. We got glyphs for this system, so I think we're good. Let's get out of here. That's a good-looking ship, though, man. I like that ship. Moore says if I was rich, I would buy Sega and go make game consoles again. $40 live service subscriptions would be free, and I would make money selling physical games. I think you'd make a lot of money at it too. And I also think if you were to Austin Howell, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. If you were to, let's say for example, focus on retro style games, you'd make a killing on it. I think you would make an absolute killing on it. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, 3-star system. We got glyphs, so we can go back there anytime. Yeah, there are no black holes out here. What the crap, dude? Hold it. That system's abandoned. That system's abandoned. Oh, 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 oh. Get back up there. There we go. 3-star Corvettes. Nice. Austin Howell says, how much money do we need for the new DLC? I say probably about 25 mil. If you own a mansion, and you plan on buying all the cars, oh, pardon me for a sec. These guys are pissed. If you own a mansion property and you plan on buying all the cars, then I say about 25 mil. That depends on how many cars Rockstar chooses to release. With the next upcoming DLC. That none of which we know. We don't have any information on it. Now, if you own a mansion, if you don't own a mansion, you'll probably want to add about 17 mil to that price, because that's what a fully upgraded mansion will cost you. So if you don't own a mansion, probably plan about 35 mil. But if you do own a mansion and you plan on buying all the cars, each car is going to be about 2 to 3 mil a piece, depending on what it is. Remember, the upgrade for the mansion to do the heist is probably going to be about 2 to 3 mil on its own. So it's not going to be cheap. So I estimate probably, if you have a mansion, about 25 mil. If you don't have a mansion, add another 17 to that. Okay, let's see, what do we got? Okay, let's get an upgrade here. Exosuit. There we go. Okay, let's see what the Sentinel ship is for this system. All right, let's go. Let's check it out. And thank you guys for sticking with us. If you haven't done so, please hit the like button for me. It helps out the channel a ton. We're just having a discussion about GTA 6. We're talking about GTA 6 and the state of physical media in video gaming, and how Rockstar Games basically put the final nail in the coffin for physical media. The final nail in the coffin for physical media. They pissed off a lot of people. So yeah, unfortunately. I was excited for GTA 6, not so much anymore. Okay, this one isn't too bad. Okay, no tank shreds. Okay, let's catalog it. Hold on. Okay, this is a medium Sentinel fighter, dorsal Mohawk, medium wings, a set of medium wings, and a set of bladed wings. with wingtip antennas. Okay, this is not too bad. It is orange. So this one is a pass. We do have it cataloged, so if you guys like this style of ship, glyphs are in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Let's get rid of the vignette so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, exactly. Neo Hurricane, it's been bad. So Finn Gurmy, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Long time no see. Says, I'm curious to see how many people don't make the jump now from GTA 5 to GTA 6, and if GTA 5 stays relevant. GTA 5 will stay relevant, without a doubt. Rockstar Games will not shut down GTA 5 online servers. That game's not going anywhere. Yeah, GTA 5 online is not going anywhere. The game will continue to print money. So, I do think, however, that we'll see some player disengagement. But here's the deal. We got to remember that GTA 6 Online isn't releasing immediately. So that's another reason why GTA 5 isn't shutting down anytime soon. Rockstar Games is not going to murder one of their cash cows. That's just not going to happen. Sinister RC says, I heard Xbox is going up in price. Yes, it is. Price will increase. In August. Yeah, all Xbox console prices are increasing in August. So yeah, that is happening. That's actually going to happen. So Young Ruler, I'm actually on the fence about getting a Switch 2. I'm actually thinking about getting a Switch 2 because apparently Switch 2 prices will increase in the near future as well. Yeah, Switch 2 prices are going up later on this year too. So I don't know, man. I might have to get a Switch 2. I have a Switch 1 that I never use. I never use it. If I could have sold it, I would, but because I keep all old console hardware, you know, it doesn't make any sense to do it. So Nicole Mellett, how's it going? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Says, I have a PlayStation 4, not next gen. GTA 6 will be subscription. Hope not. It better not be. It better not be. Or GTA 6 Online better not be subscription. Young Ruler says, Tears of Kingdom would be a great playthrough on this channel. Tears of Kingdom. Oh, you're talking... What is that, a Zelda game? Is that a Nintendo Switch game? I've heard of it, but I can't remember. If that's a Nintendo title, I won't do any Nintendo... nothing from Nintendo on my channel. Because Nintendo... Open World Legend of Zelda... Nothing from Nintendo. Nintendo, they are the most egregious litigators I have ever seen in my entire life. Nintendo will outright sue YouTubers. Nintendo, they sue YouTubers. You guys think I'm joking. I'm dead serious. Nintendo will sue a YouTuber. If you put up a Nintendo, any kind of Nintendo game content on your channel, and it's something they don't like, they will force a DCMA strike on your channel. They will definitely hit you with a DCMA strike. I will absolutely under no circumstances do Nintendo content on my channel. I don't want that headache. Trust me, as a small content creator, that is a death. That's just... No, trust me, you don't want it. Yeah, Nintendo will sue you. If you look at Nintendo's building the wrong way, they'll sue you. That's how bad it is. They will sue you for the most ridiculous stuff. Nintendo is the worst. All right, 3-star Viking. Let's check it out. Okay, this will be the final ship for today. I have to go take care of some IRL stuff. But yeah, Nintendo, I will never do Nintendo content on my channel. And like I said, it's because they are egregious litigators. Yeah, Nintendo will straight up sue content creators. They will sue YouTubers and Twitch streamers. So yeah, no thank you. We'll definitely not do that. All right, done. Yeah, don't get me wrong, because I thought about it when Splatoon 2 released. I thought about Splatoon 2, but not the way Nintendo behaves. They are, I'm serious, they are extremely protective of their IPs, of all of their intellectual properties. So you have to be extremely careful if you ever publish any Nintendo content on a YouTube channel, because they will sue you for it. All right, what do we got? B class. Yes, please. Thank you. Good night. All right, let's go check out this ship. This is a 3-star system, so let's go check it out. All right, next. All right. This will be the last ship for today. I got to go take care of some IRL stuff, so here we go. And I hope everybody out there is doing well. Thank you guys for joining us today. Please do me a huge favor. Please hit the like button for me on the way out. Helps out the channel a ton. Yeah, Guitar Guy 80 and Ozzy Bob, exactly. Let's hope for a nice one. I'll tell you what, today the reverse psychology hasn't worked. It did not work today. Did not work. Another hot planet. What is with all these hot planets? All right, here we go. What do we got? Can't see anything. Storm clearing, okay. All right, oh my gosh. Okay, it's not too bad. But that orange completely murders it. It's not too bad. But definitely not worth a hunt. Okay, so what we have here. Guitar Guy says, oh dear. War says, Nintendo, you didn't play the game the way you said you were going to play it. So we're going to sue you. Yeah. No thanks. No need to deal with that. Yeah. You guys think I'm joking. Nintendo will sue YouTubers. So, yeah. Orange. This is a medium Sentinel fighter. Dorsal and ventral tie stabilizers, which do not articulate. They articulate a little bit, but they're not X-Wing. A set of medium wings. medium wings, and single-bladed wings. It's okay, but nothing spectacular. Definitely nothing spectacular. It's better than the other ships we've found today. But it's not worth a hunt, so we'll pass. Let's get back to the station. Wow. This, I'll tell you what, we definitely lived up to the stream's title today. We definitely lived up to the stream's title. It's been one ugly ship after the next. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to call it here. Thank you guys so much for being here today. This was a fun live stream. We found one decent Sentinel ship. It was okay. That hauler with the blue and white. Found some okay system ships too, but all the other Sentinel ships were ugly. They were ugly. So, anyways, thank you guys for being here today. Please do me a huge favor. Hit the like button for me on the way out. Helps out the channel a ton. Now, I do want to let you guys know that as of right now, I may not be able to stream No Man's Sky again tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. I do have some other IRL stuff that I have to do. Yeah, Boris, it backfired big time today. Please do me a huge favor. Please hit the like button for me on the way out. Helps out the channel a ton. We will be back on Wednesday, of course, for more GTA 5 online shenanigans. If I can return tomorrow for No Man's Sky, we will. Young Ruler says Moss Burger and Pineapple Pizza. What? Anyway, seriously, thank you guys so much for being here. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the other members of the Odd Fam out there. Make sure you guys go to their channels, show them some love as well. Like we always do. Always support the Odd Fam. And with that being said, this live stream is a wrap. I've been Oddman105, aka the Odd One, saying thanks to each and every one of you for your continued support of what we do here on the channel. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next live stream. Everybody, please stay safe and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke, and take care out there, and I'll see you all next time. So everyone, stay safe. God bless each and every one of you. Please hit the like button for me on the way out, and I will see you all next time. Desktop. Okay. Take care, guys. We'll see you all next time. Have a good day.